Yay! It's time for more Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Blurts.
Kingdom
Blurt. But isn't that McElroy podcast?
It might be.
We have to do an entire series of Kingdom Hearts marathon every single year until we die.
That's right.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
I would make it, I think, 1 year. And then you'd never hear from me again.
Saturn would just kill themselves, yeah. Not yet.
So I really like this climb up Yensid's tower because it's like a really good tutorial for like how Sora plays now. Because you're just basically doing like battle hallways. Like it's basically just like a mini bloody palace.
Damn it!
And it's just the perfect way of like getting familiar with the new style of how the game plays without it like being a tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Little Pliskin, you get it.
Yeah, well, Pliskin, you know what's up.
Oh, you're playing with Snake Plissken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a Lalafell and he's dressed like a death metal weirdo.
Good for him.
Bob Barr got silent scream. Boo.
Man, he doesn't deserve that.
What the fuck am I rolling for armor-wise? What am I doing?
I
guess
need,
helmet.
for my red mage, I need head, hands, feet, and accessories.
I already have 2 gloves. Why do I still have them in my inventory? What's wrong with
That's
it?
a good question.
What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?
I got gloves, so I'll take them.
Well,
What's the damage?
Shit! I didn't get fucking anything. I'm gonna kill myself.
No!
Sorry, Sora!
So?
hold on, I'm pulling it out a little bit so I can look at the chart a little bit better.
Oh yeah, since this wasn't on stream, Oates is getting everyone's stats for
That's right.
how good they are at the game.
I don't want to know because I already know the answer, and it's not flattering. I'm extremely scatterbrained. I don't know how to do my optimal green DPS rotation.
Well, I got great news for you, Saturn. You are tied with the other healer and the off tank.
I'll take it.
That's good for a healer.
Look, that means I'm either A, doing par, or B, doing par amongst other bad people who are similarly bad. So I'll take it.
You're good.
That's a good thing
Exactly.
we're on the job, then.
So,
the worlds aren't at peace after all?
let's see. How does this coloration work again? So let's see.
I know for sure that my parse would be terrible because I forget about things like buffs and mitigation
Buffigation.
and like doing damage.
Optimal rotations.
So,
And there he is!
Hey there.
let's see. Taking everything into account,
So,
how does that
you are Sora.
work? Hold on.
Now then, have you seen the king?
It's been a while since I've used one of these, so
But we didn't get a chance
Well,
to talk to
I
him.
Yes, the king has
hope
been
it's good.
quite busy of late. Therefore, it
Oh, that's right, it's
seem that
Thursday
the
night meet and
task
greet, of course.
instructing you 3 falls upon
Thursday nights is nights for raiding.
Yeah.
You have a
Saturday
perilous
night's all right.
journey ahead of
Yeah.
you.
For fighting.
You must be well
Mhm.
prepared.
Quest?
Alright,
I was looking
alright.
forward to finding
Oh,
out
I only got the one glove.
so we can go back to the
Alright,
islands.
well.
Yes.
I'm going for it.
Now, However,
You know, I like Elton John. He has a lot of songs about growing up in small town America for a guy who grew up in England.
Yeah.
whether you will return alone. or
Elton John, I think Crocodile Rock might be cultural appropriation.
There are no crocodiles in England. Don't lie to me.
It was.
and the key
I
that
guarantee
connects
you
them all.
that Paul Williams wrote the song, and they both got so high that they didn't realize that they had stolen the other one's song.
That's funny.
It just got
I
mixed
believe
up.
it. Elton John, I don't think you've ever owned a Chevy, and I know you've never worn a pair of blue jeans in your entire life.
Open the door to life.
That's correct.
You think Elton John owns Levi's? Like, you gotta be kidding me.
No, absolutely not.
Have you seen that man lately? He's wearing like Dolce and Gabbana hater blockers like all the time, and like with a matching two-piece like summer golf suit. It's fucking crazy. He lives in Atlanta now, by the way, which is
That's
just great.
really. That's
Yeah, you can
I-
just sight him
Let
like
me-
just
the-
like ambling about.
The craziest thing about him living in Atlanta is all places that, like,
Speak of the enemy.
you expect his natural habitat to be a castle.
Yeah, you cannot get a moat greenlit in Atlanta.
No.
There's not an HOA in town that will sign off on that, no matter how Elton John you are.
No matter how Elton John. That's a great phrase.
I'm convinced that he just does it so he can keep doing like top 40 hits, like remixes with like up and coming music personalities. Because like I don't know why else he would want to live in
Oh, there we
specifically
go.
Atlanta.
Okay. I got it figured out. I was I had the graph charts set up based off of duration, which has nothing to do with damage, which is why I was so confused by all of this.
Oh, okay. So tell me the bad news.
So here's the bad news, Sarah. Summoner's got a huge buff, and that dude beat the shit out of you.
Ah, that's a shame.
Wow.
Well,
Good news is you stayed above average,
okay.
and based on the percentile here, you're kind of near the... You're near the spot in a bell curve where, like, you're starting to reach, like, the upper percentile, but you're not quite there yet, so you're, like, at the end of the plateau, about to go, like, on that downward spiral into, like,
Wait a sec. How come the Heartless are still
like,
running around?
the like, top percentile group, I guess.
All right, I'll take it. So better than above average, but not best.
Yes. You were
Okay.
All right.
you were in the top bracket of average, and
You're-
at the very bottom of the bracket of above average.
Your Retica is in the top percentage of Reticas.
That's right. I'll take it. You know what? That's okay. We're still in the learning process of getting better at
All
being
of us.
really good at Dragoon.
Let's say,
All of us-
is your average stuff there? Is it like per other people in the encounter, or is it per what's expected of that class?
Per what is expected of that class.
Okay.
What? How's Narin Sage at? I know I said I wasn't going to ask, but I figure like we should all be
You're
we should
in
all be
the-
Glasnost and Perestroika on here and just be willing to
You are
be shamed
in the-
publicly.
You're actually in the same area that Retica is.
Yay!
You're
Good job.
You're doing better than the like main average.
I'll take it. That's fine.
I'm in the lower bracket of like the upper group. However, I still lost out in terms of raw DPS to the Reaper because the Reaper has that much of a buff nowadays.
Yeah, the Reaper got a big buff. Reaper's got a big buff, so that
Massive buff.
I
yeah.
like
huge.
big buffs and he cannot lie. The DPS can't deny. Anyway, are we ready for hegemony?
I think
Yes.
so.
Actually,
Give me a
no. I want to do Red Mage for hegemony. Or no, I want to dance for hegemony. Yeah, I prefer that.
I want to dance with hegemony. I want to feel the heat with hegemony.
Do you want to keep going as what you've got? I might switch over to Reaper to see how it goes, but I don't want to. Actually, no, it's hegemony. I want to stick with this. I'm afraid of I'm afraid of that and Igdistus, where I might accidentally just fling myself into a danger zone.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, wait, before we go in, wait.
They are the most
It's also my new tank look, because I finally got this top.
Oh yeah.
Some larger,
Pretty.
It's pretty. Okay, now we can go into hegemony.
Vigilant.
Woohoo!
Journey.
Yay!
Will meet a large number of dusks. They will all attempt to do you harm.
I love these crazy fucking dancer weapons.
Destined to return to darkness, but
They make a sound.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. What's this? Oh, it folds out. Boo.
before you know.
Oh, this cool weapon behind us.
This cool weapon this warrior has. I was kind of hoping it just looked like that the entire time,
Organization 13. It commands the lesson.
but no, it folds out.
Oh yeah, if it was like just a beaten stick, that'd be cool.
Yeah, if it was just like a fucking metal ore that you beat people with.
Yeah, like the gunblade that's just a bat.
Body is functioning
Yeah.
in a manner.
Exactly.
Think and plan, and it seems they are working towards a goal.
So also Yensid is just straight up lying in this cutscene
Do not know.
about a lot of things.
The king sent
Bitches be lying.
danger and journeyed forth to fight it. He
The Nobodies and Heartless are
found and with
the
it
opposite of what their names indicate.
Now he's traveling from world to world.
You know.
You know, it's thematic irony.
To the riddle of
The Heartless is technically the darkness in someone's heart made manifest, to the point where they are unrecognizable as a person. And the Nobody is the empty shell of the body that's left behind.
Well, we won't know till we look.
You know.
You see, it's the opposite of what you would think it would be.
Because the two of them were together in the realm of
Behind
darkness
her.
when we closed the door. You know, after defeating Ansem.
Oh,
Also, the idea that nobodies don't have feelings is a patently absurd lie, considering the events of Chain of Memories.
for you. Through there, you'll find 3 good fairies. If you ask.
look, maybe they just didn't know they were lying yet.
Yeah.
Question mark.
They did not know, because the guy who was in charge of like researching that is the villain, who is a liar and gaslit his entire organization.
I think you're allowed to do that.
Well, yeah,
I think
if
it's
you-
fine.
I think
If you're a
bad,
bad guy,
yeah,
you're allowed to. Yeah.
I think bad guys should just flat out lie to their subordinates more often.
I think every organization needs a staff of at least 3 people. One of them's a gaslighter, one of them's a gatekeeper, and one of them's a girl boss.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Larshina's for.
That's well, that's also your tank healer and DPS roles.
That's also the cast of Chainsaw Man. You got Aki as gatekeep. You've got Power as girl boss, which leaves Denji as gaslight, except he's the patron of being gaslit.
That's correct.
Well, so it is still technically accurate.
Yeah.
He's an example of what not to do when you're the gaslighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't.
He's an example of someone who's famously bad at his job as the gaslighter representative, which is to say getting gaslit extremely all the time.
Well, it's like a drug addict. Like you're like a drug dealer. Like you don't want to sample your own product, right?
Right.
Right.
That's one of the 10 crack commandments, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Commandments.
Don't get high on your own supply.
I also think one of the funnest, like, understated things about Kingdom Hearts is that fairies and magical creatures are like the Fey folk, in which they just have a ridiculous amount of power, but they're all incredibly petty.
Yeah, as you do.
You know.
No!
Oh, Radika!
Girl, no!
Oh!
That will never do.
Thank you, Naren.
Now, dears.
Man,
Don't you like this, Betty?
I realized I was in the wrong place about, I don't know,
Like a split second too late.
Yeah, and then after that, of course, it's just a cock-up cascade, as they say.
Yeah, I know.
They say that.
They do
Yeah.
be saying that.
It's one of the most useful terms that Yahtzee Croshaw ever injected into my vocabulary. is the
He's
concept of the cock-up cascade.
He's not a man who says a lot of useful things, but
That's
hey,
true.
I'll give him that one.
All right then. Together.
That
Oh,
one,
Yahtzee.
that one is.
And no more squabbling.
Oh,
Man, I haven't watched a zero punctuation video in a fucking hot minute.
Oh my.
On one hand, I'm like, I wonder if they're good.
Lovely.
On the other hand, I'm like,
eh.
I don't know. He still works for the Escapists, so they can't be that good.
No, exactly.
Sarah, do you have an eye for me?
Those aren't ordinary.
I'm dancing, remember?
They have
Oh, that's right.
special powers.
You're in her DMs. I'm dancing. I'm just
We are
dancing.
not the same.
And watch
Silly me, I wasn't paying attention.
So you've already got a buff from me.
Baby!
That's right!
There's a very good Tumblr post that's just like a old timey etching of like a guy like taking a nap in a field or whatever, and it's just like, you're in her DMs. I'm sleeping. Don't bother me. I'm fucking sleeping.
Right here? Yeah. I'm always so bad at this. I know that it's like switching places, but I can't do that brain math fast enough.
What they are.
can always do
Generally
that.
speaking, the easy way is that for most of them, it's just if a place is unsafe, it will probably be safe the next time.
Yeah.
The only thing that you have to check with is the opposite, is to make sure that you're not in one of those ones where it's like this one, where the opposite square is completely filled in, because then none of them are going to be safe.
Right.
So you just look to make sure it's not that, and then otherwise, if it's not, you just invert.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
So I finally have Drive Forms, which is the gimmick of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yay!
Yeah! What's your favorite, Ben?
I actually do, like... I think Valor is probably my favorite form. I think Sora's stance in it is really, really cool. And I like just being faster in general.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
This is gonna suck.
Also, dual-wielding Keyblades is always cool. Dual-wielding any weapon is always a cool thing to do.
There I go.
Oh, there goes all the DPS.
That's
you-
right, because we all stood in the wrong spot. Thank you, Naren.
Oh, and this is the gimmick that Final Mix introduces, which is puzzle pieces. So the thing about Drive Forms in base Kingdom Hearts 1 is that they gave you your special abilities, which is like you get your high jump, you get your double jump, your dash, and your what was it? It's high jump, double jump, dash, and glide. But since Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of excised a lot of the platforming from Kingdom Hearts 1, they aren't very useful outside of like just general maneuverability. So they introduced puzzle pieces and Mushroom 13 to encourage you to level up so that you can actually traverse areas and get cool stuff.
Nice.
Hey.
You guys ready to go?
Now, just a moment. Because of your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original states.
Right here.
That means
Okay.
the pathway
Okay.
between
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
God damn it!
How do we get around?
Okay, girl, I got you.
This is the worst it's been in a while.
If what the
Get away from me,
king
Tank.
proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways.
I'm actually better at Aegis than I am at Hegemony at this
These
point.
pathways may be utilized by
I still do not like Hegemony as a boss fight. I prefer everything else.
I think Hegemony's fun, but, you know, I think she doesn't have a whole lot going on. And what is going on is pretty punishing if you do fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When a beam of light radiates from the keyboard,
Like, I like Hegemony's mechanics more than Aegis', but Aegis is like feels much more like it's a finished fight.
I guess this also has like a cool platforming mechanic to it that is like, oh, this is a boss fight.
Our hearts are connected.
Oh, that is way too much.
correct.
Got it.
No, we're good.
But
Okay.
be warned. As you proceed,
Like I've said before on a couple of different occasions,
their own paths.
I extremely love
From world to world.
Hegemony because it has a lot more.
Pathways to the gates between the worlds.
It has a lot more exciting moments where you can be.
Now then,
Oh,
I went the wrong way. God damn it! I'm really having a bad night
Go
today.
forth, Sora, Donald.
It's
and
okay.
We're almost done.
Everyone is waiting.
I somehow managed to avoid it. Cool.
Let's get going.
I avoided the
We sure do
initial
appreciate
cones
the
and then
help.
just ran right into them like a dumbass.
Yeah, we all do it.
Ugh.
Ooh, shiny spot. This is a weird thing where Yensid just disappears with like a sinister look on his face after Sora, Donald, and Goofy leave, and it's like,
My goodness.
is this implying that he's evil?
It could be.
And
You know,
no, he's a jackass, but he's not actually evil.
I think he should be evil. No specific reason. I just
Yeah.
think he should.
This somewhere before.
Also, Maleficent is about to get back from Union Cross.
Whose it was.
Oh, that's good. I hope she had a nice flight.
What was the thing I was going to say? Anyway, the reason I think
She was a mean old.
the reason I like Hegemony more is that it has a lot more kind of
Oh, what'll we do?
it is a lot more punishing, but it is also significantly more recoverable than Igdistus. So it has a lot more exciting back and forth if things go wrong. As opposed to Igdistus, where if it goes wrong, we might as well wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyway, them's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Maleficent.
They're not particularly smart, but them's my thoughts.
Them's my feelings.
I will say honestly though, it is like difficult for me to have FF14 raid favorites in general outside of like Alliance raids because I'm admittedly kind of spoiled for complexity from the other game I used to play. Because those fights are all crazy. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is fine, I guess. I'm just doing some damage, which is cool. I'm happy for that.
Yeah. I was doing level up with my other character, and I'm like doing MSQ for Endwalker, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have only done this dungeon one time. Like hit a Tower of Zot, and I'm like, this is the second time ever I've done this dungeon.
That's about correct.
And I was tanking, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember any of these mechanics. Oh wait, this is the one with the absolutely awful boss fight.
That's right.
That was also my experience with the Endwalker dungeons, for what it's worth, where, like, I went through them all in, like, early to mid-January, I want to say. And then, like, for some of them, like, for Zot and I think, the Itioscope, I literally did not see them again until Sarah was going through Endwalker. I'm like, oh, fuck, right, this dungeon, shit.
Oh right. Mechanics.
Oh yeah, things.
Oh,
Enemies.
God.
Also, so I love this gummy ship map. I think just like actually physically sailing the ship around the map is really cool instead of like having a cursor that you select things. I also like how they block off worlds by hiding it behind this evil fog.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
Evil
It's
fog.
neat. I like cool layouts of stuff like this.
Oh, you have to do Atlantis in this playthrough, don't you?
I do have to do Atlantis because our Patreon is getting us $100 a month. So I have to do Atlantis.
Have fun. Are we ready for Aggie?
Oh yeah, take us in.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh.
I was grabbing stuff in
I think this is a new cutscene,
the
actually.
Purgatory vendor.
Oh.
They really did finish
Oh
no,
wow. Hegemony was exciting.
Castle sure ain't what I expected.
I decided to look at the
Oh, the parser? Yeah.
parser.
Yeah, no, I spent most of Hegemony on the floor, so I know I'm at the bottom of the list.
Well, if it makes you feel any better.
Uh-huh.
A worryingly long time to finish that thought.
That doesn't make me feel any better. No.
If it makes you feel any better.
If it makes you feel any better, nothing.
You and Narn are both doing better than the 2 tanks.
Well, I'll take that. Okay.
You'll tank that.
I'll tank that.
It's hollow
I will
basket.
tank that. No, I won't. I'm a terrible
Gorge,
tank.
looks kind of different now.
Horrifying.
I really, really like the idea of, like, one of the final hardest levels in the first game
Oh, looks
becoming your hub world in the second game.
Cute.
I think that's a really cool thing. There's other games I know that have done it, but I can't think of them besides Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I've seen it before, and it's really cool.
Oh, that's cute. I forgot there's a tab for damage taken. Me and Narn are tied for the people who took the least amount of damage.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, good for
She
you.
said it while spending most of hegemony on the floor. I'm aware.
Narn,
Yeah.
you're really good at avoiding mechanics.
It's almost like it's my job.
It's true.
In fact, I have to prioritize avoiding mechanics over literally anything else, like doing good damage. So, you know, I hope I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'm ready for 7th Circle if you are, by the way.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of flabbergasted at just the disparity of how. I'm just gonna show you. Normally they're really close together. Is the thing.
I have guard already. That's right. I forgot.
You were also, I think, the only DPS who didn't die that entire time, I don't think.
You are not. Yeah, the rest of us all
That's
died.
the case.
Because everyone else, like, even though uptime for, like, you know, Retica, let's say, would have been relatively low
That
compared
is
to, like, the
true.
Bard. Like, they would have, like, both of them would have several minutes of the debuff to weigh them down.
Yeah,
so.
if I take duration into account, I think that would change that more. But I don't think the graph
also-
lets me actually like.
Well, I would say, though, for what it's worth, like, not dying and thus keeping your damage up is also part of the job of the DPS.
That's also
So,
literally
like,
part of the job of the
Very
DPS.
true.
Yes.
I was like, I'm not saying that to. I'm not saying this to just to like lessen your accomplishment. I'm saying it to explain why there's such a huge
Hi, Christy.
gap.
The gap is pretty big. I am responsible for literally a quarter of that damage of that health bar being depleted.
That's correct.
right.
It's not just the buff; it's also the amount of time you spend not doing attacks and the amount of time it takes you to get your rotation back online and stuff like that. Like, it adds up.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
Beatrice.
Oh.
I'm actually really sad that you played the first chapter without the mod on, because you don't get to hear the voice acting for the Kinzo and his doctor friend prologue, in which is just full of like deranged Kinzo yelling.
In fairness, he does it constantly anyway.
That's true, but like, I think it's like really sets a good tone for that game when like some of the first dialogue you're hearing is "Oh, Beatrice!"
Yeah. That's also true.
Just the most strained voice acting. Oh, I can use this right now. Let me do this. I love Valor Form. It's so fucking cool. Also, a neat thing is that if you finish a battle in one of your drive forms, you'll be in that form in the cutscene.
I see your
That's cool.
Yeah.
Most
I
video
never knew
games,
that.
most video games still do not do that kind of shit to this day.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
I've never met a video game that ever acknowledges that.
Don't get me wrong, I love the video game Signalis. The video game Signalis is very good. However, it is extremely guilty of you have been assigned default pistol at birth.
It's like in Mass Effect when you're playing a class and in a cutscene you use a gun that class can't use.
Yeah, exactly.
To be Leon? Everybody's working on stuff over at Merlin's.
It's actually one of the things that Destiny does really well. It's always shocked me, but it's good they got it right. Which is that if you are in if your character's in a cutscene of some kind and you have a gun, they will use whatever gun you have equipped to your primary slot.
That's better than FF14 does.
That's right.
You're not even allowed to take a battle stance in a cutscene.
You do sometimes, but only if it's like one of the fucking like Praetorium ones.
thank you.
Or you're in your job quest, in which obviously you're going to be in that class because you have to be.
See, what boggles me about job quests in Final Fantasy XIV is that you can't do them unless you're on that
class.
That class,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you still don't get to actually do anything in those fucking cutscenes.
No, of course
They're
not.
just like, no, you don't get to like actually do
Well,
anything
because-
exciting in the cutscene.
Because you could either be a Lalafell or a Hrothgar, and even though your hitbox is different, the animation is this like different.
I mean, you can fudge that though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is very much bullshit that your FF14 character is not allowed to do cool shit in cutscenes.
Everybody flock to the altar.
I tried, Rin. I'm sorry. That's your fault. I can't rescue you across a hole.
That's right.
Sucker, no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rin would.
Ren would be a terrible Final Fantasy XIV raider. Are you
Well, yeah,
kidding me?
because she's generally good, but she always fucks up when it's important for her not to fuck up.
That's right.
We missed you.
Oh, here's Aerith's terrible voice actress.
No, not again.
Yeah.
while back, everyone suddenly remembered you guys, all at the same time.
You remembered? Wait, does that mean you forgot about us?
So where have you guys been all this time?
We were sleeping.
Where? In cold storage?
No one actually tells Sora that it's been a year since they last saw each other.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't even
This
know
is
that.
great. Everyone's together again.
So, we're trying to find Riku and the king. Have you seen him?
I love that we have, by the way, a warrior on our team named Don't
Let us
Worry.
know if there's anything we can do to help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry her.
Don't go thinking it's just you.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it.
You get it?
Don't worry.
You get
Like
it?
nobodies and heartless?
No.
Oh,
That's
well.
right.
Sounds like you could use our help.
Oh, this
Then
is
let's
gonna be
cut to the
bad.
chase.
There we go.
I'm ready. Oh,
Sora, Donald, Goofy. We were hoping the three of you might give us a
What?
hand around.
I'm glad.
Just, you know,
Like we're gonna say no?
you know.
Damn it!
I
Oh, I
forgot who
missed
I'm
this.
dealing with.
I just want to imagine Beavis and Butthead as people being on Fujoshi Twitter.
Yeah.
I think it would be a really fun turn for those characters.
I'd be friends with them.
The time-
Over on Future Twitter.
Follow me to the
Fucking Beavis and Butthead, but instead of wearing like Metallica t-shirts, they're wearing anime t-shirts.
Everybody forward.
Forward Bubbles.
Oh, I thought it was you. Right on time.
Sora and the gang said they're gonna help out.
Splendid. We'll count on you.
Right.
Right. Ah, yes. Did you give them the cards, dear?
I'm a huge fan of just like Merlin and Sid having an old man rivalry,
Here,
science versus magic rivalry.
Leon thought you might.
Listen here, you old boat.
I like to imagine that that's Merlin saying that to little middle-aged Sid.
Yeah, to Sid, who even if he's older in this game, he's only like 45, 50-ish, and then Merlin is like 500 years old.
Thanks, Leah.
I've had it up to here with your hootenanny.
No, we're supposed to be at the Bailey.
You old goat!
Get a job, you old bum.
You soggy can of beans.
It is incredibly in character for that Merlin to be like that, too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That Merlin who's like, I'm just gonna wear like flip-flops and a Hawaiian shirt and go on vacation, even though it's in like fucking King Arthur times.
Blow me to Bermuda.
You're more twisted than a car.
And we're full of
And
shit.
Sid's like, and you're full of shit!
You got it all wrong. I've always wanted a real magic brother relationship.
I've always wanted a real wizard relationship.
Wizard relationship, dear reader.
Right here. And forward.
Oh fuck!
Over here. Alright, this way.
Oh, this is gonna kill me.
Bye.
Rid, please move. I can't.
Look at that.
Oh, that's fucked.
Restore Hollow Bastion to what it used to be.
Yeah, we did
Who
it.
knows?
Yay!
Something better.
So this is another
Still a lot to
thing, is that like in Kingdom Hearts 1,
we can handle
the
everything.
worlds get destroyed by darkness, and they are like obliterated. Like Destiny Islands was just gone off the map,
And
right?
that.
Sure.
And then, by the end of the game, you know, Sora restores the world and they're back to how they should be. Everything's back to normal. Hollow Bastion didn't get
We'll handle 'em.
wiped out like
Well,
that.
that's good to hear.
They just wrecked the
So,
place.
Sora,
So now
Oh.
everyone has to rebuild it, like, conventionally.
Plotting with the Heartless.
Whoa.
But he's not smart enough to tie his own shoes.
It's true, Pete's not smart enough to tie his own shoes, that's why they have zippers on them.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Ambos Organization 13 guys in charge, too.
That warrior did
Not
fucking
getting any
numbers, by the way.
commendations.
Good for him. We love you. Don't worry. I'm glad I gave you the comm because I love your name. That's why he's telling people, don't worry. He knows he's good at damage.
Holy
I'm pretty-
shit, he's really good. He probably has like really high eye level.
How about the rest of us plebeians?
Um,
I don't think I did very well on that one. I
So-
was forgetting to do shit a lot of the time.
so the Reaper obviously won. I don't think the Reaper even has to do anything at this point because
Mm-hmm.
its numbers after that buff are just massive.
Yeah.
So I have kind of a close second with it. And then trailing behind in third is Don't Worry the Warrior.
Whoa.
That's
Instantly
impressive.
Instantly after is Retica, the Red
Yay!
Mage, Saturn, and then the other healer and tank.
Yay!
I'll take
One of the tanks
I'll take
out
it.
damaging like multiple DPS is impressive.
Yes!
That's extremely funny. Yeah.
That guy was killing it.
Do I want a red mage for this?
Alright, we still have one more.
Yeah.
Give me
We
a
still
second.
have.
Oh yeah, you can do samurai duels.
You know.
Reaction
Hello.
commands are so fucking cool. I can't believe like Nomura had to be like, oh wait, you guys like those? Because they weren't in 3, but they're gonna be in 4.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I didn't realize everyone missed them so much. I'll put them back in.
It's like, you didn't know you made like the dopest shit ever, my man? Okay.
You gave every single enemy like a cool counterattack thing you can do.
And it triggers like a big dick damage, like, cool cutscene?
Yeah.
No, I don't know why people would like that, Nomura.
They
Come on,
turn
man.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is cool because it turns Sora into a really dirty fighter. Like
That's what you want.
he cheats all the time. He does not fight fair.
Show yourself.
Good.
It reminds me of the... Like, I'm not, like, a particularly big Sekiro person of the Souls games, but it reminds me of, like, one of your major antagonists in that is your character's, like, adoptive father. And he is just the dirtiest dirtbag fighter you have ever seen in your entire life. It's so fucking funny.
That's how
There's
it should
literally-
be.
He has an enraged phase change where he pretends to, like, fucking surrender, and then does a like sneak attack that will instantly kill you if you get hit by it.
Great.
My favorite thing, my favorite version of that in the entirety of video game history is... Hold on for a second. In the Donkey Kong Country games,
Move.
King Cruel will deliberately fake dying early end phase 1 and start letting the credits roll before.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's great.
And you know right away because the credits are all spelled wrong and they're all Kremling names.
Yeah.
That would work if I were...
Oh, it's Xigbar, the most important Kingdom Hearts character.
Yes, he is.
You
Right.
take us in, Saturn.
I wasn't sure if I was still winning.
Sorry, I had to take off my shirt and switch to a different shirt because I was wearing a very, very warm, unbreathable work shirt.
I am wearing my Bedtime Island shirt from the inevitable Tim Rogers Action Button review. It's extremely large and very comfortable.
I think Xigbar's voice actor plays up the surfer dude in every other subsequent game. Also, that line right there, he used to give me the same look. That could mean so many other characters in so many other points in time.
Are we already?
Yeah, we are already. Sorry.
Xigbar has so many lines in this game that you're like, you play Birth by Sleep and you're like, oh, that's what he meant. And then 5 to 10 years later, you play Union Cross and go, oh, that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm. I'm wearing this cute Mennonite shirt as a crop top that I got from my friend in Portland.
Only one me.
Mennonite shirt.
Not Mennonite, Mennonite.
Meta-Nite.
Oh, I was like, like the not Amish people.
No, that would be very funny though.
I mean, Meta-Knight does kind of have some of the same ideals of like, you know, like
killing Kirby at all costs.
Yeah.
They should put the Mennonites in a Kirby game. I think
like those old-fashioned values.
It's not like they'll know. You can just do it.
Yeah.
Get away.
It's true.
I still love one of my favorite things about Kirby is that he at this point has no recurring villains. Every new threat has to come from outside Popstar because all of his current recurring villains either died or they're
his friends.
Yeah, they are the other players if you're playing multiplayer mode.
I like that Kirby's just thinking like, well, Kirby's such a good boy that he domesticates everyone he's ever been mad at.
That's right.
So all new Kirby threats have to be Eldritch horrors from One Time in Space. It's the only one.
We should throw Xenos at him and see what happens.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I think
Wishing it.
I'm sorry. I think Xenos would lose.
Oh no, Kirby.
The problem is he'd immediately get sucked in by the power of Kirby's godlike vortex, and then Kirby would be at Xenos' power level, except at a small, difficult-to-hit position.
Also, Kirby is already a Planet Buster in his raw base form.
See, the thing I was thinking of is more... because of his track record, he's gonna domesticate Xenos, and I want to see how that plays out.
I want to see.
Good for him.
I want to see Xenos as the 5th player slot, trailing behind DDD, Meta Knight, and Bandana D.
Here's the thing. We also know that Kirby is already a peerless samurai from the Superstar Quick Draw minigame.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which means that if he copies Xenos, it'll be Stormblood Xenos with the big golf caddy, but instead of being samurai swords, it will be 3 different slapstick paper fans.
Yeah. That's exactly
I love that idea.
I also just want to see Kirby with Xenos' hair.
Yeah, long, beautiful locks.
His third eye is literally a golf ball, just kind of like shoved in.
Awkwardly glued on.
Well, it's like how
we know what this looks like. They already have Sephiroth in Smash.
That's true.
One of those mods that replaces Sephiroth with Xenos.
It's it's kind of like how when Kirby absorbs Banjo, he pulls out a stuffed version of Kazooie. Like his Garlean third eye, is just like a little golf ball or a ping pong ball, like pushed into his squeaky forehead.
Make sure it is one he will remember.
What'll happen is Meta Knight will want to duel Xenos first as an expert swordsman of his own caliber.
Sure, of course.
You know.
And also he wants to protect his little friend.
Yeah, of course. And then once Meta Knight eventually has to forfeit, he will be like, "All right, Kirby, you go take care of this."
We say it would be a golf ball or something, but it would actually just be one of those little Meowth little yen coins or whatever.
That's cute.
Over here with me.
Alright, so where do I want to go first? Do I want to do Beast Castle or do I want to do Land of Dragons? Hey guys, between Beauty and the Beast and Mulan, which movie do you guys prefer?
Beauty and the Beast.
I don't remember either movie very well, but I do remember I like Little Eddie Murphy dragon, so I'll say the other one, but irrelevant due to diplomacy, due to democracy.
Yeah, 2-1. So we'll do Beast Castle first.
Yeah, you gotta fight Zolden.
Well, not yet. He's in the second round, but
These nuts.
we do get to do my favorite version of Gummy Ship missions, which is just an arcade shooter.
That is true. That is one of the best things.
Gummy Ships in 1 were like kind of a boneless Star Fox 64 until you upgraded your ship into like, you know, a flying fortress of death.
Mm-hmm.
This is an arcade game, and it's had some of the best music ever. I fucking love Gummy Ships in 2.
What?
Uh-oh.
We got it.
There we go.
Even to the point where they like have ranks, like you're supposed to collect these medals to up your rank. And if this came out like on the PS3 or something, there would absolutely be leaderboards.
Sure, yeah.
It's kind of like how Ratchet and Clank technically invented achievements. Because they would have, like, you'd get skill points, which is like, if you do this, like, cool little puzzle thing, or, like, you know, kill 1 million enemies, you get a point that you can spend on, like, cheat codes.
Oh.
And they were just, like what achievements are now. Except worthwhile, because you got stuff for them.
That's right. Oh, over here.
Now, Ben, you say that like people aren't in the streets telling each other their Xbox Live gamer scores to this day. You say that like it's not the thing that people are putting in their Twitter profiles. Which is to say they're
well, yeah. What's the point of how does the meme go? What's the point of doing good if I can't show everyone online? And it's just that fucking kid
who's making that face. That kid is like biologically related to that fucking slur dog. It's like, I swear to God, if I see him making that fucking face one more time.
The weird thing to think about is that kid's got to be like 40 now.
Yeah.
Does he know? Does he know what he's contributed?
I'm not convinced he was a kid when he took out the photo taken. I'll be perfectly real with you. There's a certain age you have to be to like be a model of any kind.
Like that was Xbox 360. So that was what, 2007?
25 years ago.
Yeah. Like
it's 25 years ago.
And he would have been like maybe 20?
Maybe not. He could have theoretically been younger than 20. But like not too much. The problem is, like, no one's gonna agree to model their kid, or, like, let you model their kid if you go, hey, your kid's kind of fucking ugly and, like, a freak looking, can we have him on our advertisements for video games?
It's one of those things that I've always, like, wondered about casting calls, where it's like, we need someone who looks ugly.
The thing is, if you're an ugly person and you're, like, an adult, you've just made peace with it, and you're like, I'll make some money off the fact that I'm not particularly good looking. But you can't do that to a 13-year-old. It will ruin their entire life forever.
Like there's a bit in Home Alone 1 where Kevin looks at his older brother's, like a picture of his older brother's girlfriend, and she's like this really ugly looking girl with like bad hair and everything, and they're like, well, we can't actually hire a a teenage girl to pose for that, I'm just going to put my son in a wig. And it's like the director's son.
That's funny.
That tracks.
Hey, what?
But no, I remember there's a bit from The Disaster Artist, the book about the creation of the room, because the writer of it was Tommy Wiseau's co-star, and like they've been friends forever. Like they went to like acting classes in school and like college and stuff together.
Right.
There's a bit where like the teacher is looking at Tommy Wiseau and he's like, "Oh, you would be great as like Frankenstein or Dracula, you know, like if you have a very sinister presence to you that would like really fit well with those kinds of like villainous roles." And he's like, "No, I am handsome man. I am like the Errol Flynn." It's like, "Oh, you really believe that about you? Okay."
You know, if he wasn't delusional, he wouldn't have made The Room.
That's
so
true.
He's allowed, I guess.
Derogatory.
A ring. Fine, I'll take it.
Well, have a new weapon. Bye. See you in a minute.
Bye. Wait, do we already have? Do we only need 4 now?
Oh, that'd
We
be
only need 4
nice.
now.
Wait, 4 weapons? Oh yeah, because that's the first set is over, right?
Yeah, because the
Oh.
once the halfway mark in the patch happens, so 6.25, they reduce the needed.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a second weapon because I'm trying to finish out my green tombstone set for tank before I get any more. But I'm not sure what I'll even get for a second weapon when I get one.
Oh, come on, enough already.
Do I have enough so I can get a second relic weapon?
You could. I need a bracelet. That's what I need. Bracelet. Abyssa. Unsung.
Oh, I actually do. What should I get for a second relic weapon, I wonder?
Oh. I don't know.
Just in time.
This is part 1 of Sora getting utterly owned by other people. Just swats them away.
They have Sage already.
Yeah, wait, no. Still 7.
I don't need it for
Oh, is it? Oh, boo.
Ultralight tombstones are only selling for 7 currently.
I think it's going to change to 4 once 6.3 comes out, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's going to be whenever we get, because whenever we get the new Alliance raid, and it's also going to be when you can augment the crafted gear, then that stuff is no longer going to be like
the best,
the de facto best to be worth like getting 7 weeks of fucking tombstones for.
Right.
And then eventually we'll be able to augment the Lunar Envoy stuff, and that'll go up to 630, which is just great.
There's a really cool way to immediately fill your drive gauge, kids, if you don't know about this playing Kingdom Hearts 2. If you are in a drive form, and you go to a save point, go to the world map, and come back, your gauge will be instantly filled.
Yay!
This is helpful if you're grinding drive forms.
Hacks.
Because the only one of the downsides of Kingdom Hearts about drive forms is that they all have different ways of leveling up. Like Valor's requires you to defeat Heartless. Or no, Valor is dependent on the number of hits that you do. So I need to earn 40. I need to hit enemies 46 or 34 more times to level up. Wisdom is determined by the number of heartless you defeat. Nobodies or non-heartless enemies do not count towards that count. Wisdom is based, or not wisdom. Master is based on the number of drive orbs you pick up, which is stuff you get from defeating enemies, along with money and health orbs and whatnot. And final is dependent on the number of nobodies you defeat. And limit form, which is the new one that's introduced in Final Mix, is dependent on the number of times you use your basically your limit breaks. It's a pain in the ass to grind those up.
Yes, it is. I never bothered getting past level 1 for any of them.
That's right.
Or rank 1.
If you you unlock the because everyone gives, like I said, everyone gives you your mobility moves. You unlock the mobility move to use in base form, I think at rank 2 for every drive form. And then they get stronger and better as you level them up.
Also, do we want to do our expert roulette while the three of us are here?
Sure.
Because that'll be easy.
You put on a Wargreer.
Wargreer?
Oh yeah, then the fucking Wargreer.
Also, playing this game on PS5 is great because when the 2.5 port came out for PS3, using drive forms would have you make the game load for like 15 seconds.
Oh.
Expert roulette. Now it's insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I spaced out long enough that I had no idea what we were doing.
Oh, that's okay. You ready?
I'm good.
Let's go.
Wow.
Just to get it. Wow.
We're gonna get you and me. Oh wait, let me double check what the purse was for that last one. Whoa.
Sora, Goofy.
So all 4 DPSs, which included you, were almost but not quite tied.
Nice.
Were they all the top 4?
Yes, they were in the top 4.
Good. Finally, we got a normal one.
Yeah.
We got a normal one, but everybody would. So each one of us took 17, 16, 15, and 14% of the damage.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll take it. My God, excuse me.
Now, I should point out this is only taking in the raw damage and not the damage done by buffs, which means Retica might actually have technically done more if you took the direct hit and left eye into account.
Well, I was red maging.
Whoops.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're right. You were.
I was
mage.
red and Moggin.
So if you were to take Embolden into account, then.
Okay.
Because it was a machinist and a reaper with me, which means that like between the 3 of us, we basically did not buff anybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault.
That's a very selfish set of classes.
Just imagining like what the Deutsch translation of FF14 would sound like. Oh yeah, I am playing the Rotmagen. The Rot Wizard.
The red and Moggin. Good lord, that's a huge hat.
Oh my god! This game is classes full of spell casting.
Yeah.
How is this hat?
A very cool one.
It's huge.
Massive.
Oh, it's Matoya's hat. That's funny.
How the hell do you get Matoya's hat?
I don't know.
Very
She's
carefully.
wearing it.
Oh, it is. Wait, is it really? Is it? It's literally Rotmagier.
Great.
I was making a joke, assuming.
That's
But
what you
turns
get for
out-
assuming. You know what they say about that.
That makes an ass out of Umi.
Out of Umineko.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to make an ass out of Umineko.
Yeah.
That's why they call me a Sumineko.
Stupid.
My face when Umi
Umi
Neko's.
Neko's
I don't know. I never played the game.
A Sumineko is what the battler does constantly.
Oh, I see.
He makes an ass out of you and Mineko.
Me when they cry. I don't know. I never played the game.
When the Benjamin cries, none will be left alive.
So unfortunately, you can only get that hat if you own the Encyclopedia Eorzea.
Oh.
It's one of those.
It's one of them.
one of those emojis what you have to buy a $400 statue for.
Mhm.
I'm glad I'm not the kind of person who owns a $400 FF14 statue, but if I had that kind of money, those emojis are pretty cool. I don't know. I'd see if I could hawk. I'd see if I could hawk the statue. Maybe save myself a couple $100. I just want to float menacingly and distract people.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be sexy if I forgot to float.
I would spend $400. Oh, damn it. Okay. I would spend $400 on a Final Fantasy XIV statue, but like...
Of Xenos.
But the problem is that only if he's wearing his helmet in the statue, and it's like, no.
No, you should have a detachable head that you can swap out.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't even want that. I just want the head to be his gorgeous flowing mane and beautiful eyes.
That's right. It's not the same.
Yep, stop.
I'm probably going to stop FF14ing after we do this dungeon because my wrists are beginning to
Oh, that's right, your shit's still fucked up.
Yeah, I have to wait for my pay to clear so I can actually budget to get a new chair, unfortunately.
This must be it.
So when it comes to Beauty and the Beast, do you subscribe to the theory that the denizens of the castle had their ages frozen when they were transformed? Or do you think the evil witch done cursed a 10-year-old boy?
Kinda had to, right? Because, like, he kind of had to, like, have their ages frozen because of Chip, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Chip's a little kid, so, like, he literally otherwise couldn't have been alive to have become a cup.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, there's literally no way otherwise.
Unless Chip was a baby when it happened.
Never knew any different, except Chip does talk like... Chip does act and refer to things as if, like, as if he remembers the time before.
Yeah.
That's true.
It has been a long time since I Beautied and the Beast, but I feel like witches, although evil, do not believe in original sin, and will give babies a chance to prove themselves as decent human beings before they curse them. Generally speaking, unless it's like a Rumpelstiltskin situation where it's like I'm going to eat the baby.
Yeah.
But like that's a different kind of thing.
That's
just eating a baby.
Now the thing is, do you think that also does apply to the Beast? Because he is still an organic creature, a flesh and blood creature, not.
Well, yeah, but it's a witch's curse, so I think like even though he's flesh and blood, he's probably still time stuck. Because like that's the nature of the curse.
Bearer of the curse.
Seek less.
Yeah.
They really fucked up when Dark Souls 2 was the best one.
Dark Souls 2 is the best one. I will die on that hill.
All sorts of bored freaks, like the Gigaboots cast, who disagree with me, but I'd say nuts to that.
Also,
That game's
Pat and
good as hell.
Wooly disagree with you on that one.
Oh, Pat and Wooly also suck ass at Dark
Wooly
Souls,
has
so that's
the
not a
worst-
fucking shocker.
Have the worst opinions ever too. I'm sorry. We do not base our opinions on video games off of the thoughts and feelings of Patrick and Wooly.
God forbid.
No, absolutely not. There we go.
Patrick, now there's a guy who would curse a baby and then make the baby grow older.
Correct.
Belle sent us to find you.
That man thinks every teacher gets one. He would eat a baby.
Yeah.
Every teacher should get one.
I'm Sora.
I also kind of think every teacher should get one, but
Pat is the kind of guy where he's like, I worked retail, so I'm allowed to be mean to retail workers. Which, on one hand, yes, but on the other hand, you're insane.
no, that's an insane thing to think. I worked retail, and that's why I'm nice to retail workers.
Overjoyed to see you.
Because otherwise, I know they're legally allowed to kill me.
Yeah.
Or should be, anyways.
Yes, that's right. You've heard.
After the glorious resolutions, they will in fact be allowed one murder.
That's correct.
They'll get to choose who, and the unified working class will rejoice.
And you know what? I won't be able to dispute it. I'll be like, all right then, go right ahead. If you a customer, if you've ever been a customer in your
Fuck
life,
you.
fuck you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Never
bought
you've been a
anything at a
customer in your
retail
life.
store in your life? I hate you.
I think it was both funny and correct when there was that one Disco Elysium, like, communist thought joke. It's like, you think everyone with literally more than 20 real in their pocket should have their heads put on a pike. I'm like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's
And
20. If you're sitting on $20, that means you have capital.
that's right. Fuck you.
You could fund the production of, like, a week's worth of shitty dinner with that 20 real.
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to find Rial in that game?
Impossible.
I'm sitting here trying to get like 5 Rial so that I could buy a shirt or a hat. Because I need the stat points to open a door.
Or pay for my hotel room for the night.
Have you considered ever just begging a neoliberal?
That's true.
No.
I'll do it. The shame will be momentary, but money is forever.
That's right. I'll do it.
Until I spend it that night, because I need to keep the hotel room. Do you think the evil witch that turned them all into things, like, did so, like, did she get everyone's name before she did it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because otherwise it's a remarkable coincidence that, like, Lumiere turned into a candle, and Chip turned into a teacup with a chip in it. And, like,
it's
Mrs.
entirely
Potts is a
possible
teapot.
that, like, it's entirely possible the nature of the curse is, like, it's self-deterministic in that way. She doesn't even know the true name. The curse just, like, knows the true name. Like, alright, you get stuck with this particular piece of furniture.
I will say right now, most of the time fairy magic relies on language allowing it to do its thing.
That's
without
right.
without any input from the fairy itself.
It's an automated process. They figured out how to, like, automate the magic system.
Well, yeah, that's how you gotta. Hey, look, if you're a fairy or a witch or some other kind of like boogie, you're cursing a lot of people. You need that to be as efficient as possible. And you know what?
That's like in your job description.
The better part of leadership is delegation.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say that it is a known fact that
It's a known fact.
It's a known fact that fairies invented the concept of Minecraft and redstone management thousands and thousands of years ago.
So what you're saying is Hatsune Miku is one of the fairies.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. What is she if not, like, you know, a mystical being?
He invented Minecraft.
Hatsune Miku counts as a faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. She has colorful hair. To know her true name is to wield power over her, and if you are insulting to her, her army of accursed little minions will turn you into a radish.
That's right.
Yeah. We see it all the time.
Not everybody knew that.
That's what happened to Papa John.
Oh.
Or the Domino's. Never mind, I forget. That's what Domino's did to Papa John. They got Hatsune Miku to assassinate him.
Jesus fucking Christ, you.
Mr. Domino's heard Papa John say something racist while sweating extremely. He's like, Hatsune, you know what to do.
What? We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Hatsune Miku's just like, Cora Love, which of your children's lives will pay for my dark work this time?
You're gonna say dick, I'm so sorry.
Over here.
Yeah.
Which one of your children will pay for my top surgery? That's what I thought that conversation was going.
Oh, okay. Alright. Sure.
Why not?
Whatever. We can't get Ben demonetized anymore. We already have.
We've already lost all of his money.
It's okay. I do this for the love of the sport.
For the love of the game.
For the love of Blitzball.
For the love of Kingdom Hearts.
For the love of Blitzball Montresor. Yes, for the love of Blitzball.
You guys don't need to be here. I'll be doing this by myself if I want to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, we know. That's why you tolerate us playing FF14 while you're streaming.
Exactly.
Begrudgingly.
Ben's like, I guess I'll put up with these 3 planking or Final Fantasy.
Planking.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put up with these 3 plankets. I'm playing Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 14 makes me wish I was dead.
This great grandson is the most disappointing thing since my grandson.
Much like a Realm Reborn, I too wish 40% of my lifespan was cut out of me.
This is a lot like a Realm Reborn. I wasn't awake for most of it.
I think this'll do the trick.
Please hurry and be quick about it.
Come on.
This cat boy makes me wish I was dead. I'll kill him. No one will ever know. Unfortunately, now I'm just imagining Emmett Selk just like sitting around and just going, Rick Berman. Just muttering his name with contempt.
Emmett Selk would have the strongest opinions about the Star Wars movies, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Ricardus Rim Berman is like a notorious Garlean playwright. Who Solus Los Galvas despises.
Wants to see dead in the street.
Send them to the gulags.
Just Solus being like, this is the most disappointing thing since my son.
I haven't watched a play this bad in 11,000 years.
This'll do the trick.
Please hurry and be quick about it.
I need you to pick up the pace a little, Miss Potts.
I can't say it. No, I can't say it. No, I can't.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Say it.
Go ahead, fucker. We can't demonetize this channel any worse.
That's right.
That's
What are gonna get?
What the hell are you?
It's just...
Yes. I'm waiting.
Go for it.
In the
Go on.
voice.
Say it.
I think this'll do the trick.
I feel like Justin McElroy. I can't finish this bit. I'm having a hard time. Need a Plinkett voice at 120. That's just so going. It's been 11,000 years. I wish I could still. I wish I had a body that could let me be pregnant again.
It's been 11,000 years. I wish I could be pregnant again.
God!
Oh wait, I ran forward too far. No, I'm still alive.
Oh my god.
My meat is fat.
I'm sorry, I'm so fucking stupid.
It's okay. I am
No,
too.
you don't.
We're all-
Don't finish it.
The warrior of light didn't ravage my body. Fucking polio dead.
In the days of paradise, there wasn't anything to do except suck dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were 3 channels on the television, and all of them were Hythlodaeus modeling with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Go on.
Bye.
Murder, I don't consider you fully human.
Yeah.
I don't get it. How did the Exarch do non-looping time travel? Is that the script? Does he have the script?
What's that over there? Is that the script?
Exarch, you fuck! Give me the script!
Thanks to fucking live.
I already have this. I'm hanging on to it for the ninja that I'm going to definitely keep leveling.
That's right. As you are obligate to.
That's right. It's part of our deal.
Yeah.
I just barely beat Sarah.
What? You did?
I did.
Wow.
201,819 for the damage compared to Sarah's, which is 201,712.
Oh,
Less than a move.
wow, that's incredible. Probably know exactly where I fucked it up to. Is one point I literally fucked up my whole rotation. It's like, oh no.
Fall
That's
3.
exactly where it happened.
Probably was the only thing that kept you from dying and
That's
beating me.
amazing. Crap.
Vol 3, you bought your wig at the Portly Gentleman's used wig store. I know because I sold it to you.
Oh fuck, I know where to go. Free company actions. Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
Ah, yes, Friday.
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 Finally, a Friday.
I gotta do so much stupid shit tomorrow at work, but I'm almost free.
I'm sorry, darling.
It's okay. I'm almost done with this whole big Amazon store project, so it's okay. It's gonna look cool when it's done. That's all I have to. That's all I can tell myself.
That's the spirit.
I am 140 tomestones of astronomy away from a new Manderville weapon.
Yay!
That is insulting because an alliance raid will give me 120.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine, just do an alliance raid and then like...
It's like a trial roulette. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Zaldin is an interesting villain, because, like, he doesn't really have any purpose for being here to do this. The Rose is not crucial to Organization 13's plans. He's just being a dick.
You know, as you do.
Love a beast. See? She has accomplices.
Disband this
Accomplices. Zaldin Beast knows who these guys are. They are, on paper, friends.
Hey, Prince.
They are... big air quotes. Friends.
I think the Beast is the only party member in the franchise that you do have a boss fight with.
Let's see, I really like the red mage weapon, so I just throw my...
I don't think you fight Orin.
Yeah, but that would really increase my level. Man!
I'm too brain tired to even think about which weapon I'm getting. I already closed out of FF14. It's like, whatever.
Oh, okay. So what's gonna end up happening is whether I want to or not, it's gonna end up being me picking Reaper because I need a higher eye level for my maiming kit. And I like the Reaper weapon a lot.
Reaper fashion is cool.
Even though the one I really wanted exclusively for
Who
fashion
was that guy you were talking to? The one in black.
is the is the red mage weapon, even though I already own
From the darkness. He used my anger to control me.
a Rinashita weapon that's been overmelded.
Ooh.
So there's no point in me getting a 615 eye level.
Mm-hmm.
My sadness.
We'll earn enough pink tombstones in time that you'll be able to just, like, get it.
There was nothing I could
I
do.
guess,
I could no longer
I suppose.
see the truth.
We'll all be. That must be why you threw all of your friends down there into the dungeon. You wanted to make sure that you didn't hurt them, right?
Was that it? Was it to protect them?
Sure. We know you're good inside.
He's right, Master. We've all seen how kind you can be. After all, Belle can see the goodness in your heart, but I'm
Lord
afraid you've
Almighty.
yet to...
Plentiful Harvest is just ridiculous now.
I've mistreated her. I've mistreated her and been...
This is interesting because it's been at least a year since Kingdom Hearts 1, which means Belle has been living through it for this with the Beast for the majority of the movie's runtime.
You see, I'm afraid he judges himself far too harshly.
Like pretty much a lot of the Kingdom Hearts worlds in 2 are set either at the end or mostly after the movie. Or in a weird timeline where the movie technically didn't happen because, like, Gaston is just straight up not in this game.
Honestly, like, that is kind of the assumption we have to make for all of it, because Kingdom Hearts is because Kingdom Hearts interrupts all of them.
Yeah, basically. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 does a few things where it's like, this is explicitly after the events of the movie.
Yeah, but in those cases, it's like them parting the curtain and like explaining to us that Pixar wouldn't let them do Toy Story if it wasn't canon.
Yeah. Technically, the toy box happens between 2 and 3. And, like, it's explicitly said after Big Hero 6, and the events of Frozen and the Pirates movie take place off screen because Sora and the gang are off doing their own adventures in that world while the movie is happening.
That Frozen one pisses me off so much. It honestly took me out of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, Frozen is super egregious about it.
They're all kind of bad, but that one was just like, oh right. Disney doesn't care about the series, but they do care about their brand.
Yeah. They do pay attention when Frozen is on the screen.
Hello.
Hi, what I miss?
Not much.
Oh, just talking about Disney movies.
Oh.
Walking and walking, as you do.
Walking.
I'm very exhausted trying to figure out what I want to do for my next Manderville weapon, because I want some weapons exclusively for the fashion, but I already own either a Lunar Envoy or a over-melded Rinashita weapon for him, so there's no point.
Yeah.
So then the other option is, well,
What's falling behind?
What's falling behind, which is the White Mage one, which I don't particularly like. Or the Reaper one, which just reminds me how bad I really want the Savage weapon.
But the Reaper one's really cool.
The Reaper one's really cool, but it isn't a dual scythe that has purple emanating off of it. It's my favorite Gundam.
You've gotta look cool. It's important.
You can't be a hero if you don't look cute.
I know what I said on Twitter about agreeing with Saturn about who is the coolest fucking Gundam, but Death Scythe is my baby.
Death Scythe is cool. I'm sorry.
It is
Death
very
Scythe
cool
actually
looking
is
Gundam.
one of the coolest Gundams.
I don't know.
I refuse to back down about my correct opinions about G. Lucifer. But like, I understand that everyone has their own taste, and I accept
The problem is that Saturn is 100% right, and that is an absolute banger. In fact, the Gundam of all time.
The most Gundam of all time.
They're like, okay, we need a Gundam that's a Zaku. And like, we know it's a Zaku, but what if it was also a sexy Mewtwo and big pink thigh highs? I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
Go on.
I like how it also evokes a bit of Devil Gundam to it too, because it's a weird like centaur for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, it's got a fucking big ass wedding skirt on.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weirdly tall, long-legged Zaku with a fucking dragging wedding skirt.
Saturn, you know what it looks like?
What's that?
It looks like Titania with an Arc-Wing attached to her.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a good look.
I don't know what I think is the coolest Gundam design, because I don't know much about Gundam besides G Gundam.
Well, what's your favorite G Gundam one?
I mean, Burning looks really cool.
Oh, God Gundam? Yeah.
Yeah. But God, I mean, Bolt Gundam also is incredibly cool looking.
It's funny, I really do love God Gundam a lot. It's a very sleek design. It's kind of like the classic, these are what like the main character protagonist Gundams should look like. I kind of like Shining Gundam's like scrappier, like pared down look a little bit better in the same way I like Ariel's design.
Ariel is just cute.
I also really, really like, what was Neo Holland's Gundam? The Sailor Moon Gundam.
Wait, no, that's, hold on.
No, because Holland's Gundam is the windmill one.
Yeah.
No? Oh, is it? No.
Yeah.
So what country was she from?
You think her name's something B.
Allenby. Allenby, yeah.
That's Allenby.
Allenby's Gundam was, I think...
It was not Sailor Gundam.
It's not French,
No.
It's not Dutch. It's not German either, because
I'm
that's
looking at it right now.
Schwarzbrüder.
Yeah, Germany was Schwarzbrüder. France, Russia...
Nobel was Sweden.
Sweden, yeah, that's it.
Oh.
And what was it called?
The Nobel Gundam.
Nobel Gundam, yeah. That one's very
that
cool.
makes sense. Nobel Prize, that makes sense.
I don't
Gundam
know why
Maxter
it's
is
a I don't know why it's a Sailor Moon Gundam when it's
What is
Sweden?
Well,
But it is.
She had to be the cute like deuteragonist girl.
But it's funny because like
it's funny because she's not though.
Well, and the other thing is that like if you were gonna have a country from like that region who like could feasibly have like a Sailor Venus, the Dutch are right there. They had like a good relationship with Japan for like ever.
Well, no, they had to give them the funny windmill one.
Yeah, they had to be the windmill.
I know, but you can give the windmill one to Sweden. I think that would work just fine. I think it's just very funny to me.
I love Allenby's character, but I wish she didn't get done as dirty as she did.
Yeah.
Every secondary character in that show, sadly, gets done kind of dirty. It's unfortunate. I like fuck, what's his name? The Chinese kid.
I can't remember his name now.
Chao?
Maybe. Anyway, aside from G Lucifer, if we're sticking to like
Saichi.
Saisaichi,
Yeah,
that's it.
Saisaichi. Yeah.
It's,
If we're sticking to like which is your favorite of like, you know, the Ariels and Shining Gundams, like your actual main character Gundam, I think for me the Reconquista in G1 also takes it, which is G-Self. Because look at this thing. It's cute.
Now, granted, I know it's a bad series.
No, it's cute.
Gundam Wing does look really cool.
Gundam
Wing is extremely cool looking. Like,
Wing is really good, and Gundam Wing itself is a good show. I'll fight everyone on that.
it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
You know? And that's okay.
For what it's worth, that is also mostly how I feel about G Gundam, but for different reasons.
Right.
Well, G Gundam is just so unashamed in what it is that you have to like it.
Yeah. Well, it's like on one hand, it's like okay, we're doing Gundam as like kind of hyphy melodrama shonen, which is like, you know, cool, fine, I'm all for that. But on the other hand, it's also like unabashedly just like, I feel like racist is the wrong word, but it is an Epcot-ass Gundam. Let's be perfect.
Everyone gets one in Gundam.
It is a Gundam by way of the super robot genre by a guy who doesn't care about the geopolitics that makes a Gundam series a Gundam series.
Also, I do gotta point out, this is one of the coolest boss fights in ever. You just turned the fucking ballroom from Beauty and the Beast into an entire boss arena. It's cool shit.
But yeah, like that's also a series where it's like, oh, here's Neo Mexico, the space colony. It is a space colony that looks like a giant sombrero, because what else would it look like? And it's like, okay.
What's the Gundam? What's the Neo Mexico's Gundam called? Tequila Gundam.
That's correct.
And you're like,
But then you look at every other Gundam in the series. You're like, oh, okay, it's everyone.
So it's just like that. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It's everyone with like the exception of the designated plot important countries, which is to say Japan, who gets a normal one.
Yeah. Right.
Sweden, who gets Magical Girl one because they get Alan Bate, and then Germany for series spoiler reasons.
Germany, which is for some reason a ninja.
Yeah, don't worry about it. For some reason, Germany has a ninja who you know, he wears an interesting mask. And the thing is, Domon Kashu's brother died 5 years ago at the
Look. Well, the thing you have to remember is that unbeknownst to
Pilot X is secretly Domon Kashu's brother.
Unbeknownst to Speed Racer, Racer X is actually his older brother.
Hey, Schwartzbruder, I noticed that your name translates to Black Brother, which is weird. Anyway, have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen my brother?
The thing I love...
I've seen this man in my entire fucking life. Leave me alone.
The thing I love about G Gundam, by the way, is that it's very easy to remember the characters' names, because Domon Kashu will yell their full name all the time.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite parts is also how constantly it takes the piss out of America.
You know. What's the fucking name? Oh my god, Chickadee?
Chibbity Crockett.
Chibbity Crockett.
Gundam Maxter.
Chibbity Crockett and his 4 mamas.
Yeah, he's got his four cheerleaders that sing him the national anthem as a lullaby.
He's got his football Gundam. He's got his Steven Universe T-shirt.
Well,
That's right. I'm not hearing anything about this.
Now,
that
Saturn. Let's be fair. It is not just the football Gundam. It also has a
Gundam, isn't it?
It has a combat mode where its chest bursts off and reveals a bare chest, and it gets boxing gloves.
That's correct.
And also, if it decides not to use those boxing gloves, it can convert it into a surfboard.
I love that.
Gundam Maxter is so fucking good.
About Chibbity Crockett. That all sounds great.
Chibbity Crockett Gundam comes from the One Piece universe.
That's right.
Yeah, Frankie designed that thing.
Yeah.
Chibbity is actually one of Frankie's relatives.
I cannot wait.
I need to rewatch G Gundam.
I'm suddenly realizing, we've been watching a cute Gundam show for a little bit. Do you know who Ghoul is deliberately meant to look like? Chibbity Crockett, because he is a handsome-looking lad with a mullet, with dark hair, except for a weird pink highlight in his bangs.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh my god, his hair is identical. Okay, Gwell Jedrick is now officially the best character in that entire show.
I cannot wait for the Domon to show up, because that'd be it'd be the Gundam of all time.
Have you seen this man?
I love Ghoul Jedrick. I think he's the best character.
Look,
I'm glad everybody
he's one of those
stupid.
He's one of those great meatheads where they give him the biggest heel introduction of all time, so they can immediately turn him into a fucking baby child, and it's just great.
Oh, so he's like Groose.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For reference, here's Gwell, of course, or however you pronounce his name.
Our good boy, Gwell Jedrick.
And for
that's Chippy Crockett. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Just for like comparison for the hairstyle, here's Chippity Crockett screaming.
Oh, I see.
No, it's totally Chippity Crockett.
Yeah, that's Chippity. Oh my god.
If I'm not mistaken, wait a minute. Does he? I think he also has the same eye color. I believe.
They do.
Chippity's is a little more vibrant, but I think the Gwell's is like that kind of like pool water teal. You know. I think he's supposed to have the same colored eyes.
I'm so glad. I love my boy, my big meat-headed boy.
I'm so glad that I made this connection. My life is so much better for it.
Well, now I gotta start G-Witch.
You gotta watch G-Witch. It's so good.
Gwitch is really good. You'll enjoy it, Ben.
Yeah. If there's a Chippity Crockett in it, I gotta be there.
He's not as wholesome as Chippity Crockett, but he does have some of that essential fucking dipshit energy.
Now, to be fair, in the Japanese version, Chippity Crockett is a horrible racist.
Oh, okay. Well, that tracks. Okay, yeah, they're probably similar enough then.
Because like he does call Domon like a Japanese slur.
Great.
Which the dub just changes to referring to him as Neo-Japan.
Yeah. He does call him.
The spell will be broken.
You know.
Yeah.
Something.
You know the word that Superman tells you to slap?
Yeah. But all I'm saying is there's a very limited number of words it could be. You're probably correct whichever one you think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to rewatch G Gundam. It's so fucking good.
There is one thing that Chippity has that Gwell doesn't, which I think he needs, which is that Gwell does not have insane sideburns.
Yes, but I
need season 2 of G-Witch to be like a time skip, and we get like 10 plus years older Gwell who just has huge fucking rockabilly sideburns.
Yes.
Genuinely, the only reason he doesn't is that he is a Gundam high school character, which means he does not have the ability to grow them yet.
Someday.
Well, you'll reach your final form.
Yeah.
Japan.
What happened?
Oh my god, you know how else he's like Chippity? Mm-hmm. He has a retainer of girl goons.
He does. You're right. You are correct. As soon as I realized he had the same hair, I was like, oh, they are just the same character, aren't they?
He's gonna show up in an episode with a star on his shirt, and the transformation will be complete.
It genuinely feels like.
Okay, gotta go.
It's got the same vibes as realizing that the Megatron in the new show is almost definitely meant to be in the IDW Megatron.
Yeah,
correct.
it's super inspired by more than meets the eye.
It's extremely obvious. It's incredible.
Man, you know what? LMB still has a really good character design.
Does.
Not even her. Well, I mean, her fucking Sailor Moon-ass Gundam piloting outfit is very funny, but just her normal ass look is very good color scheme.
Now, the only thing I don't like about Gummy Ships in Kingdom Hearts 2 is that it actually is a lot harder to modify them to get them to be good. Because your stats, in Kingdom Hearts 1, things were just oh, this is just better. This is just purely better than what you have. But these have the variant stat where it's oh, well, you'll be faster, but you'll have less HP, or like, oh, you'll be able to shoot more, but you will be significantly slower, unable to dodge, and it's very annoying. I just want to fucking be good.
I just want to dance with somebody.
I just want to build.
To heal with somebody.
Oh, Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice. Just see a smile one more time.
The fact that it gets Sarah every time, gets me every time.
It's just really funny. I'm extremely susceptible to it. I'm sorry.
Someday you'll play Yumi Neko with the mods in, and every time Kinzo's on screen, he'll laugh uncontrollably.
Yeah, it's so goofy. I love it.
I need you, so Yumi Neko's fully voice acted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to understand, there's not a single moment Kinzo's on screen where he doesn't sound like a 120-year-old man casting a spell.
I assumed he was a 120-year-old man.
He is in fact a normal age for Japanese old man, but he's functionally a 120-year-old wizard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, I'm picturing fucking Zokinmato.
Yeah, I mean, not quite as ancient, but functionally a similar guy.
He certainly is a kind of guy.
Extreme category of guy.
Here's this category guy, freak.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to look it up, and I made myself
on?
really sad because. So the G Gundam timeline exists such that it is one of the only Gundam series that exists solely in a single it is the only installment in the timeline.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that tracks.
It is the black sheep of the Gundam franchise.
They're doing that a lot more. They're doing that a lot more for the recent ones. I don't think
they have been doing that more, but so that said, Build Fighters does go out of its way to make references to all of them, etc., etc. There is a single Domon Kashu cameo, and it's him with all of his family being happy together.
Aww, good. He deserves that.
Looking at it.
I like this depiction of Domon Kashu where he looks like he wants to be a cowboy. He has a little leather jacket and a red kerchief on. He's a little cowboy.
His brother's making a Schwartz Gundam.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of build fighters in concept, just being like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of cameos of everyone being happy and alive.
Here's Gundam Hollow Ataraxia.
Yeah, basically.
That's a great thought.
They're gonna do more Build Fighters in the future. Just yes, here's Mikazuki August from Iron Blooded Orphans. He has a neck brace on, but otherwise looks normal, and it's I'm glad he's happy, but also, what have you done to my boy?
Alright, time to go to the Land of Dragons.
Iron Blooded Orphans is I liked it, but it is one of those things where I'm I have no reason to think G-Witch will end up being bad, but it is the thing that makes me keep my expectations tempered. Mm-hmm. Because Iron Blooded Orphans had a really good first season and then just completely shit the bed for the second season.
No,
so I'm I hope the guy doing G-Witch has got it under control. Maybe
like this.
Maybe because they're planning it to be a split core from the beginning, it'll be different.
Girl, this is your big chance.
This time will be different.
Oh, Iron Blooded Orphans.
I'm talking A-list.
Mushu, I'm not sure.
I hope.
I haven't even joined the army yet. I have
I genuinely hope.
to preserve the Fall family honor. I just hope I don't get discovered.
With all my heart that there's another G Gundam reference. I think it would be really funny.
There's I would have to do research onto the other characters because it's very obvious to me now. Oh no, significant amounts of the supporting cast are just designed to be references to other stuff.
I'm sure
because we've been over Choo Choo is a reference to the little fucking monkey from Utena.
Maybe we better look before we leap.
I'm looking at all of these background characters, hoping for some kind of reference, and unfortunately, I'm unable to come up with it.
Hey, Mushu! What? We missed you.
Yeah, well, you better hope I miss you, or else you're Sora.
Oh, this is a great picture of Apricot.
Yeah, we used to keep all got butt together. Yeah, you know I help these guys out of a lot of tight spots, because I'm a mighty dragon, right?
Good.
Left to right is Retica, Nar, and Apricot.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. And you are?
Apri with his big old boobs stuffed inside of a wedding dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, put him somewhere.
I am Ping, son of Fazu.
You know Mushu?
Mushu is one of my family's guardians.
So in the Kingdom Hearts manga, since Sora doesn't get any summons, when they get to Kingdom Hearts 2, they have to retcon the idea that Mushu knows them. And he literally breaks the fourth wall to insert scenes of himself fighting alongside them.
Oh my god.
Sounds fair.
Oh yeah, their recollection of Mushu got a chain of memories.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you join us? It'll be easier to fit in if I'm with guys like you.
What do you mean fit in?
Well, don't worry about that.
You're pretending to be a boy, aren't you?
Huh? You're a girl?
I literally queued into an alliance raid just
Not me.
do it for a few more green tomestones. And I was like, if I get Crystal Tower, I'll just quit out and take the penalty.
And did you get Crystal Tower?
No, I got Weeping City of Mahawks.
Oh, okay, that's not.
Okay.
It's not the worst, not the best, but you know what?
It's
fine.
Crystal Tower.
It's perfectly acceptable.
It's a solid B minus.
You look at Mahawk on your plate and you're like, this is edible.
And I will eat this.
You look at Mahawk and tell me there's a god.
So, also, cool thing about Land of Dragons is that Ping has no abilities.
Oh.
Because she is not embracing her true self as Mulan.
Oh.
So she sucks shit, and I can't kick her out of the party.
Oh, well, you know.
You know how it is. It is funny, like if you pay attention to like her animations, like while she's fighting, she is constantly tripping over herself as Ping. Like literally, one of her base attacks is she just falls over with her sword in front of her.
That's correct. I've been rotating this on my mind, so I'm posting it on the group DM. That's from the most recent Chainsaw Man.
I saw this. It's extremely funny.
I literally can't stop thinking about it. It's like, why?
It's like haunting you.
What? Wait. Okay. So which one came first?
The Bobo.
Okay.
The ending inexplicably references this single page of Bobobo for no reason.
For no goddamn reason. It's amazing.
Because they can.
Also, it's time for Sora to get laid out again.
This show is so fucking good. I need to catch up because I haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
The last 2 episodes are pretty fucking good.
Good.
You also get what I think are the 2 best endings so far.
Oh, good.
The one for episode 3 is the one that's by Maximum the Hormone.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
A space in line.
I wonder what they're serving for lunch today.
We are fast approaching a point where
Does it?
I think Chainsaw Man is gonna have to be like a binge watch for Sarah.
I'm gonna probably binge Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, because I remember you were saying, like, you were thinking of starting once episode 4 was out, and, like, the first 4 episodes are good, but I still think, like, we're maybe an episode or 2 out from it having established the stuff it's going to be playing with for, like, the rest of the series. So I'm like, It's 4 very good episodes, but like you can continue to afford the wait, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just get back in line, okay?
For what it's worth, also the Chainsaw Man channel on the Discord is basically all posting about the new chapters and not like the anime that much.
Oh, that's
so
good.
it's still unsafe either way.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
I go into the Gwitch one.
For the art, and then nothing else.
Yeah.
That's right. There.
What are they? Heartless. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Ping, I hope you're ready.
That was such an. This has been such an amazing brain blast. I have not been able to come down from the high. Will Cheddar is a fucking G Gundam reference.
I'm so glad.
Incredible.
It makes him more of a loser.
I just love him. He's such a loser, but I just think he's neat, as they say.
He is like one step above on the loser like ladder than Magni.
Yeah, but I like him way more than Meg.
Yeah, he has a Magni adjacent quality to him, but like you can believe he's a loser because he's a rich high schooler. So like he has time.
40-year-old man who should know better.
Yeah, he has time to like realize he's pathetic and grow instead of being someone who's lived like that his entire life.
Yeah.
That's right.
You have a chance.
The potential is what is like makes the bad shit endearing, I think.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I couldn't ask for anything more.
I just think he's neat.
I love that funny little freak.
He's a little freak.
I really appreciate being able to like know almost from the onset as soon as I met him, like I'm gonna like this character, and I don't know why. And my precognition was correct.
I mean, I saw him and just figured to like him because he's meaty and stupid. But like,
Which is also an important factor to consider.
He has like the Superman like pouty eyebrows. You know?
I literally think for me it was like just seeing the design and I was like, I don't know how he is going to interact with the story at all. I don't even know his personality yet, but I've seen him and I know I'm really I think he's really cute.
Oh, no, really? I never would have guessed.
You?
I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked.
I'm not that.
I'm glad everybody understands my type, but also, I didn't. He could have been a really boring, flat character who had nothing going for him, and I probably would have still liked him.
Sometimes all you need is a good design and nothing else.
That's right. That'll carry you a long way, you know?
He's only gotten better. Has encouraged me to go, I was right. I'm so smart.
Sometimes all you need is a design, and then to not listen to anyone who has legitimate complaints about that character.
My tastes are immaculate.
And I'll not be corrected, not even once. Thank you very much.
Like, listen, you're correct, but also shut up.
But also, more importantly, I like him.
Sometimes it's more about the potential a character has than their actual personality. Sometimes you just have to go, I like the version of this character that exists in my head.
I can fix him.
I can fix him. I think that about Xenos every day.
That's right.
I was going to say that myself, but I figured no,
Someone else will get it. It's like stealing the limit break. Someone's going to get it.
One of the others will get it. It's like, yeah, well, it's me. And
I'm so used to never getting the limit break that I have like the sense of delayed gratification. I'm just like, no, I don't need to say it. I know one of them will.
I promise you, Pattern, every now and then, when I realize that you are playing the DPS, You deserve the limit break too, you know.
You can take a limit break every now. Saturns can take limit breaks.
The thing is, I am like basically never actually playing melee DPS, so
Yeah.
I still never take DP. I still usually never take the limit break either way. But it's fine.
Tank life.
There are times where you are not the melee DPS where you should take the melee the DPS limit break though, such as
but like those are few and far between.
Yeah.
I say. I'm not saying you have to complain. I'm just like I choose to take roles that mean I don't have to think about the limit break.
I'm just saying this. I still really want a Titania weapon, and I would rather grind for it because I can make it.
Yeah.
And it would be really nice if we had a red mage on the team. Just saying.
We do need to farm that out one day.
Yeah.
Just make a party finder because it's super fucking easy to farm.
Oh my god, I have 4 of these
I'm still
already.
so
Good
sad that I
God.
missed out on that time when
I
everybody else
know.
was running it.
It's okay.
I was so
It's
dumb.
okay.
That's okay.
That's okay, Ota.
Ota Bagota.
Ota begoated.
Damn, you're telling me Oat be goated?
Oat got goated. I know. It's crazy.
Oh fuck, that's what Xehanort does to kids, right?
Yeah.
He
Goats
does-
them.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
basically. Well, I mean, he's got goat theme in Kingdom Hearts 3, so yeah,
Yeah, he's goating them.
The sauce.
he's giving him the
They call-
goat.
Them calling it Norded has nothing to do with his name. It's just that's the sound that makes one go eat some grass.
Yeah, Nort.
Yeah.
Imagining if he came up on Xehanort really suddenly and he just like froze in place and fell over because his knees locked.
Because he's old.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Brr.
fuck.
I had to go through 3 voice actors because they kept dying because I'm so old.
You fucking kids got my goat!
The English voice director is like, we're running out of old man sci-fi actors.
They're gonna
They
make
keep dying.
They're gonna make Kingdom Hearts 4, and Xehanort's gonna be there, and then he's gonna be voiced by Mr. Blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
he is.
before you tell me something happened to Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3, it doesn't matter. He'll still be there.
Oh, he's dead. He's done. Like
You say that until he shows up in Kingdom Hearts 4.
He is explicitly dead in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, he went to heaven with his boyfriend.
Yeah, and you know what? They'll still find a way to put him in Kingdom Hearts 4.
I mean,
Blanket can voice it.
Nomura went on to say like, hey, so this whole thing we've been doing up until this point, we're calling it the Xehanort Saga,
Yeah.
and we're done.
Yeah, we're now on a completely different, like, storyline with different group of villains.
Saga. Like fucking Dragon Ball.
Yeah, the Xehanort Saga. Now we're on the Lost Masters arc.
That explains a lot, because we were waiting like 10 years between Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3.
I always
It's like waiting 5 minutes on Namek.
I always like that shit when, like, okay, it's the end of the first saga.
Yeah.
Happens after a thing has been going for like 10 or 20 years. Because
Yeah,
it's
'cause
like,
you're like,
do you
what the
really think
fuck?
you have the gas in the tank to do enough more sagas for this to be a relevant distinction?
Apparently!
He thinks so.
I'm glad he thinks so, but I mean, you know, the Shenmue guy is also crazy, but that's between him and God.
The thing is, Saturn, about that, is that the Shenmue guy worked for Sega, and Tetsuya Nomura works for Square Enix.
That's not much of a
But,
distinction.
however, he does have one important commonality with the Shenmue guy, though, which is that the gap of time between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 was longer than is humanly conscionable.
But he also had stuff between those games. Unlike
but he-
Shenmue, which had nothing.
All I'm saying is, still very optimistic. To be like, no, yeah, we're gonna do a whole nother 20-year saga. Just trust me, guys. It's gonna happen.
It'd be really fucking funny.
Anyway, I think Xehanort's gonna be there either way.
I just think it'd be really fucking funny. Is if they did Kingdom Hearts 4, and then like 2 spin-off games. And then they said that saga's over.
Oh yeah, I mean, like,
now we're moving on to the next one.
I'm not going to say this one is going to last 20 years, but it's probably going to be it's probably going to be it's Melody of Memory, and then it's 4, and then it's probably like one more in betweener, and then 5, and then probably that's it.
I'm just thinking it'd be really fucking funny if every single Kingdom Hearts game going forward, like every numbered one, is its own saga.
I think it would also be very funny if Kingdom Hearts had like a normal and approachable layout of main plot progression across games.
Just think it'd be really fucking funny.
I think it would be a laugh riot.
We went through all this trouble for this very long, this very like deep and rich lore, only for every single game to have a one-shot, a Gaiden, and then another Gaiden, and then we go back to a new one-shot.
It would make the plot progression a lot. I think also one of the things that helps like the plot progression now is that mobile devices exist. Instead of having to spread it across multiple generations of handheld consoles, it's a lot easier to put a lot of your lore in a mobile game.
That's right.
That can be transferred between phones and doesn't require you to upgrade between the GBA and the DS and the Vita or the PSP.
If it's good enough for Fate, it's good. If it's good enough for Fate, it's good enough for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god. Technology has caught up to Xenophora and Kinokunasu.
Look, all I'm saying is that I've been playing Xenoverse 2 a lot lately. They're still making shit for that game, and it came out in 2016.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Xenoverse 3. I hate to say it.
You're not kidding.
They need to put Xenoverse 3 in so they can finally just get around to making female versions of Frieza's race.
Yes, please. And an Android race.
Yeah, see, Sarah gets it. Fucking Android race.
Android race would be cool.
I'm very salty that we can't have a fucking Android race. I think that'd be extremely cool. I'm sorry. I want an Android race.
Me too.
Lady Friezas and androids.
Also, they've made a whole bunch of other, like, you know, since Super came out, they've made a whole bunch of other alien races, and it's like, I want to play as, like, Hit's race.
Yeah, oh my god, there's so many options. Please just make fucking Xenoverse 3. Goddamn. That game is still good.
I want to play as that one girl who's just, like, green. And that's, like, her whole thing, is that she's green.
Oh, Chila, is that she's just green and for Broly?
Yeah, she's green, and everybody on Twitter wants to draw porn of her. Those are
her
special traits.
She's extremely horny for Broly.
Yeah.
She's really cute. I love her.
She's cute. No, she's great. She's one of the best, like, new characters to show up.
I still haven't seen Superhero. I need to see Superhero.
I missed it in theaters. I'm waiting for it to come out on streaming services.
It's really good.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I've heard it's delightful.
It is the most abridged-ass Gohan and Piccolo plot in the entire world.
I'll take it because that's what I've been wanting.
I'm very when they were like Superhero is going to be a very relatively low stakes movie, and it's going to be about Gohan. I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted.
That's it.
It is very much the vibes of DBZA, Gohan and Piccolo. It's really good.
And it also looks incredible. And Charles Martinet's in it.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he plays like a...
He gets into a Dragon Ball movie, but he can't get into a Super Mario Bros.
I know!
It's insulting.
It is insulting. It's so rude.
My man deserves better.
Charles Martinet absolutely deserves the world. So if you want to know how this Mahawk is going, I saw 3 whole Megadeaths instead of the usual 2.
Oh boy.
That's right.
Oh, I don't think I told Sarah about this, but I finished Nier raids for my backup character.
Oh yeah?
And in Paradigm's Breach, in the first fight, we had 6 members of the Alliance die Exactly
Yeah.
6 at once.
Great.
Guess which 6 died at the exact same time?
Was it all 6 healers?
Yes, it was all 6 healers at once.
Wow.
And all of the surviving DPS who had like a res were like, please get them up so we don't have to do this fight again.
Oh god, that's amazing.
We'll stop them.
Just all 6 fucking healers walking directly into the sun.
Yeah.
I want the Ozma mount. But that requires doing fucking Eureka.
Correct.
Yes.
I believe it also requires doing the Savage version of Eureka's raid, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they don't have a savage raid per
I don't
se.
know. Oh no, it's just
savage,
the normal.
it's just savage difficulty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
I believe it's one where it's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's one where it's like you go in with 24 people and if you die, you just fucking get kicked out.
Somebody in Ozma right before we start, they go, remember, comments go back into the left, and somebody responds with just like JFK.
I can see that one poster who has a photo of the JFK assassination.
Oh,
it's fucking First Lady climbing out of the back of the car, and it's JFK gay as fuck for sleeping on that fat ass.
God!
Also, to make it slightly easier, it's a full 48, not 24.
Yeah, but you still get kicked out when you die, right? I believe that's a part of it.
I think there's like a... It's not that you get kicked out, and... I believe it's like a 3 strikes thing, where like if you don't get revived fast enough, you get like a penalty, and you can't get revived after like the 2nd or 3rd time.
Okay. But it also means like there is a time limit though, because it means if you're dead and can't be revived, it's going to return you after 10 minutes.
No, not black hole! My hole!
In any case, Eureka is there, and there's not a whole lot to do for a couple of weeks. And it's a really good way to get a lot of really rare costumes that you can sell on the market board for upwards of 500k a piece nowadays.
But it is also Eureka.
I will with a plurality of you. Do Eureka up until such a point where I get the Scorpion harness, and then you're on your fucking own.
Okay.
Look, for the
Scorpion harness is the only thing I want from that. Everything else can go fuck itself.
For the month of November, we can change it to Eureka Pals.
Oh my god. No.
Oh, we won't be friends after that. As a problem.
Saturn would leave us forever.
Yeah.
I'd take my Patreon subscription with me. I'd leave in a huff. I'd go, look.
No, absolutely not.
This is one of the first of many fights where it's just like, we're showing off what the PS2 can do by cheating the graphics and showing like a bazillion characters on the screen at once.
It's just like a Muso game.
Yeah.
Eureka is the worst thing since Bozia. What do you mean Eureka came first?
Oh god, no.
And Bozia isn't even very good.
Oh no. It's like fine.
Fine.
I enjoy him, but also I have a different brain than the rest of y'all.
Like, it's not offensive, but it is oatmeal in a game of oatmeal. You know what I mean? Not to insinuate anything about good old Ota the Gota, but what I mean is, in a game full of fairly let's call it low excitement gameplay for the most part, it is particularly bland.
Yeah, it is oatmeal that doesn't even have the decency to have dinosaur eggs in it.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
To have
Like-
what?
Dinosaur eggs.
Little marshmallows, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, they heat up and then they melt and they turn into like little things.
Things.
Little sugar things.
It's oatmeal, but without the brown sugar cinnamon.
Yeah.
So what you need?
I just like oats.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Am I in the wrong place? No.
Am
also
I
the
wrong? No.
I'm also the person here who likes Eureka, so maybe I am the outlier here.
No, well, I need to stress. Obviously, all of us like oatmeal to a certain degree. We willingly play FF14.
Yeah.
That's right.
Listen, I also did Stormblood.
I'm coming around on Stormblood. Not that I think like the writing is particularly good, but the more and every time I have to go back and do a Stormblood dungeon.
Oh, Stormblood's dungeons are incredible. It's
I'm like,
just
wait, this rules.
It's just the story sucks shit.
Stormblood's content's really good. Well, the gameplay content of Stormblood is really
Yeah.
good. Well, the dungeons and half of the trials in Stormblood are good. I'm trying to be polite to it. I think it has pros.
I should never have doubted you.
More than half of its trials.
You have my trust.
Because we have, so we have Susano.
Susano's great.
Susano's one of the best in the game.
There is Lakshmi, which is kind of mid.
Lakshmi is one of, I think, frankly, the worst non-Realm Reborn trial in the game.
Then we have Shinryu, which is good.
Shinryu's good.
And then we have Tsukiyomi, which is also
good.
Tsukiyomi's really good.
And then,
Dang, Captain.
even discounting how much we don't like the story for it, the Four Lords has Byakko, which rules.
Ping was really a woman.
And it has,
And it has Oates' favorite,
lied to me.
raid series.
It also
All
has
raid series.
Well, it also like for trials though specifically, it also has the Phoenix, and Serio.
Get out of my sight.
I don't even.
Four Lords. I need to.
Oh, have you never
I
done
said-
Seiryu?
No, we never did Serio. I frankly don't even remember the Serio fight, period.
That one's pretty good.
I haven't done that fight in at this point, literally 2 years.
Also, what's my favorite raid series?
Ivalice, of course.
Ivalice. Good old Ivalice.
Oh, so you mean as a joke?
That's right.
Good old Rock.
Nice.
Nothing beats Rock.
That's what they call it. That's what the cool kids call that one a joke.
They used to call me the God of Thunder. Upon my very blade, the world lies in balance.
Now that one's cool. Shut up. That one's a good one.
Now the scales will
Thank you, everyone. Sorry I got you in
I'm having flashbacks.
It's no big deal.
The thing is about Ivalice is that as a whole, Ivalice is not very good, but the second one has MathBot.
That's right.
Goated. And then the third one is just corrupted anime protagonists doing metal lyrics at you.
Yeah, and I like all of those fights. I like every single Ivalice raid. I think the first one is the weakest because none of those fights really rev my Harley. But
Yeah, no,
I mean, there's there's God, and God is fun at the end of all of it. So it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
I
number two,
understand.
number two, aside from the fact that Yasmod is a giant pain in the ass, is still good. And then number three, I think number three is Orban Monastery is honestly still one of my number one favorite alliance raids, just because every single one of those main fights is really fun for me.
Yeah, I like every fight in Orban a lot.
I like
actually.
MathBot a lot.
Well, MathBot is Ritterati.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I like Orban too. Orban has a lot of really cool fights.
You get Mystaria Bonanza. You get
Which is cool.
You get the fucking steampunk
sniper guy
Ultraman or whatever.
Yeah.
You get fucking what's her name? The
Agrius.
Yeah, you get Agrius, who has her cool fucking paladin mechanics.
Yeah.
You get Thunder God Sidolphus, who's just wonderful, and then you get Ultima Seraph.
Yeah.
And all of those fights are fun. I enjoy literally.
You're allowed to be wrong, Oates. It's okay.
It's okay. They're just
I just have trauma about it.
You have bad luck with with pubs.
It's okay for you to like Eureka and hate Orban.
Here's the difference. If you time out in Eureka, it's because you're in a long form instance where you can do a lot of things, including just AFK if you choose to, like it's a map.
Mm-hmm.
If you time out in an alliance raid, that's a sign of very bad things, because that's a 3-hour long instance. With you and 24 people.
Again, I've never had that problem, and it's because I have taken it on myself to be either a tank or a healer. And I think if you just take responsibility on being the bottom line, you prevent yourself from ever having a bad time. And I would rather, personally, I realize our approaches to like enjoying FF14 might be different. I am personally of the opinion that I would rather ensure that I do not have a bad time instead of I'm going to have a good time. Because things outside of my control can make me have a good time. But things outside, but I can also prevent things from outside of my control making me have a bad time. You know?
Yeah.
Ow! Yeah, I just got knocked around. It's fine. Get behind her.
Just.
I know. It's
god awful.
I know. It's okay.
You're in the group with literally like the bottom 1% of an entire server, all at the same time. How do you do that?
I'm sorry. You're cursed.
I do it more often than it sounds too. Like,
you know,
I feel like every other time I go into an alliance raid, it gets really bad really quickly.
No. Oh, I've got two Vuln stacks.
So I have a few Kingdom Hearts things. I actually have a question for people who might remember Mulan better than I do. Mushu is supposed to be a secret, right?
In what way?
Yeah.
Like no one but Mulan is supposed to like see him like hanging around.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a secret.
Okay.
He goes out of his way to hide himself constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in the cutscene, because obviously they couldn't show Shan Yu like getting a peek at down Mulan's shirt because this is a video game, and they, for one thing, didn't want to make a model of Mulan like in a different outfit.
Right.
And also that'd be really hard to put in that Kingdom Hearts game, so they didn't. So instead they just had Shan Yu like see Mushu talking to Mulan and referring to her as Mulan, and he has no comment about the dragon.
You know.
Hey, that dragon said you were a girl. What the fuck is up with
Wait
that?
a minute.
What, the dragon? No, you being a girl.
I can't believe what's that fucking meme where it's like, you're not a clumsy twink boy. I can't believe I had a crush on a girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, actually, I failed.
I'll be right back.
And the other thing is that Mulan explicitly refers to Sora as a master swordsman, which is kind of interesting because he has no formal training at all. All these skills he has is stuff he just picked up on the field.
You know.
Which is impressive. He is like a prodigy in that regard, and no other regard. Boy is dumb.
Look, the boy... It's okay, Sora.
It's okay. He can be dumb.
You can be dumb. It's okay. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this raid. Goodbye.
You have Goofy. He can be the smart one of the group.
I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
And why should I believe you this time?
But she's telling you the truth.
Or Shang, not Shan Yu. I have not seen Mulan in a while. Look at Tim. He's got weird eyes.
Guard the palace! Do not let the enemy get anywhere near the Emperor! That's an order!
Oh, damn. Your soldiers got turned into Heartless.
We'll secure the courtyard, and you can save the Emperor.
That's an order.
Oh, wait, I have... Or do I? No, I took that off. That's right.
Back off!
Hello.
Hi.
Return.
Welcome.
Now you'll bow to me.
So, Casey, do you once did a randomizer run? The Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer is, or I don't know if it's fixed now, but like when it came out, like it was very clumsy.
Right now.
So when Casey Excellent did this for the first time on stream, he got Sephiroth in this boss fight.
Oh.
And the game was not prepared for that. And so you could not move.
Oh. Right, because the arena's too small for that.
Yeah.
To, like,
You don't have. It doesn't give you the opportunity to do the reaction command at the start of the Sephiroth fight.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Now I am tempted to just die here because I think this is the first time you can encounter Mickey. So I might just see if I can get that. If not, it's no big deal. This is not a difficult boss fight. Oh, they're not going to let me, actually, because Sora and Mulan are just going to keep... Or Donald and Mulan are going to keep healing me in time. Oh, well. But yeah, you probably won't see it in this run, because I'm playing on beginner mode. But in certain boss fights, if you get KO'd, Mickey can jump in and save you, and you play as Mickey for a little while. It's very cool.
I've done that during... who's the nobody you fight in the beating the base world when you come back?
Zaldin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zaldin fight.
Everyone gets him on Zaldin.
Oh.
Because that fight is really, really hard.
I see.
Yeah, so everyone is like, if you didn't get him earlier on, you're probably going to see Mickey against Zaldin.
I see.
That fight is very long and very difficult and very gimmicky.
I've heard a great deal about you, Fabulan.
And so they do a thing in Kingdom Hearts 2 that no other Kingdom Hearts game does as a result of having Mickey as a playable character. Which is that you have to finish bosses with a finishing move. So either your final hit in your combo or a spell of some kind count as a finisher. Mickey does not have access to finishers. His combo is infinite. He will just keep looping his combo.
I see.
So you can't actually win the fight as Mickey. You have to tap in as Sora again. And then if you get anti-form with your drive forms, that also doesn't have a finisher, so you can't win fights in anti-form. You have to go back to normal and finish them that way.
See.
Yeah.
Excellency.
Captain.
That explains a few things.
No other game needed to do that.
The
So,
world will know what it
which is kind of a shame because like it kind of makes the fight more climactic if you have to land like a finishing blow on the enemy, and it's not like it's hard to do that.
Donald.
You just do your standard combo on them and they get hit stun until you finish them.
Thank you. Is that all there is to say, Captain? If you wish to win the heart of Fa Mulan, China's bravest woman, you'll have to be a bit more eloquent than that.
Can I get an autograph?
Thanks for everything, Sora.
Now they gotta let me go back to being a guardian. They gotta!
But Mushu, I thought you already
Also,
were a family guardian.
the Land of Dragons is an interesting world because like Goofy serves under Captain Li Shang,
You tricked us.
but Goofy is a captain himself. They are the same rank.
Well, but they're not in the same army.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, Goofy is also, like, a direct knight captain to royalty. So even if it's not the same army, he should technically outrank Li Shang. But I guess Goofy isn't the type to necessarily give orders, so it's fine.
Gosh, you have to kill them to the last man.
Gosh, Mickey. I always been told not to shoot till you see the whites of their eyes.
Well, Donald, if you're having trouble figuring out how many died, you simply gotta count up the arms, legs, and heads, and then divide by 5.
I don't necessarily think Disney Castle has a lot of wartime on the clock.
No, unfortunately, we don't get to see Goofy Nobunaga's ambition.
No, not really.
You two play nice.
Whoa.
Goofy that fucking up.
Just Goofy writing a book of Sun Tzu's Book of War, but it's like just the really obvious things that are in Sun Tzu, where it's like, if you are losing, don't. Try having more guys on your army than the other army.
You're squaring up against a guy and he looks scary, maybe you should back off.
I'm back.
Try lying about things.
I wonder what's up.
Sarah, we missed you.
I missed you too.
We've been ranting and raving and tearing at our sackcloths and things of that nature.
It turns out, as long as Saturn is in the equation somehow, and we lose the fourth person, the debuff happens.
Well, yeah, no, like
The stupidity
I'm here.
debuff.
Yeah,
Well,
like, as long as I'm here, I will say some stupid shit that makes y'all lose
Well,
like
it's-
10 IQ a second.
It's a mitigation effect where Saturn's attacks, AoE attacks, do the same amount of damage no matter what. It's a stack up. You need to have more people in the thing so that we don't take as much damage.
So what's up?
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I happened to stumble across this in the Zero District.
Ow.
Did you just bite your tongue?
I did. You know.
Don't do that.
Girl, I have told you a million times. That's bad for you. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Sun Tzu's The Art of War.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, if Goofy was writing Sun Tzu's Art of War.
By the way,
Yes.
Yeah.
side note, it infuriates me that the cool Deerfoot boots are only for black mages.
That's correct.
Like, only black mages get to wear the extremely dope-ass deer boot. Shut up!
Well, Sarah, you can pick up Black Mage.
Isn't there?
Stop it!
There's only one option, isn't there?
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Unfortunately, she has the excuse of being contractually obligated to level a ninja first.
I got my warrior and my ninja. I honestly think if I made an alt, I would want my alt to just be a black mage and a white mage, because I think that'd be very funny.
Yeah, and eventually you get red mage and blue mage, and then you have all the colors down. You play absolutely nothing else.
That's correct.
I wonder if Pooh's home.
That's great, because of those 4 classes, 3 of them use the same fucking gear set.
Yeah, easy.
So there you go. You only need one set.
You just have to spread it out.
I'm not gonna have my fucking deer feet boots.
In Winnie the Pooh, do we ever find out who Mr. Sanders is? I have wondered that my entire life. Like, what is that a reference to?
I don't know.
Be a reference to shit.
There.
Oh, right. I got a new Keyblade. I can actually equip that. I find it incredibly funny that, like, you have the drive form, which is, like, the first one you get is, no, there's no magic whatsoever. The first spare Keyblade you get upgrades magic. So you can't even equip it.
Right.
So what I'm seeing here is that the explanation for Mr. Sanders is implicitly, the sign was there when he moved in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There is not like a secret Mr. Sanders in the lore, that's just the sign that's there.
I mean, I figured, like, it was, like, the name of, like, you know, the original author's, like, neighbor or something, like when he was telling his kids the story before he wrote it down and it got commercialized by Disney.
Good question.
Another answer comes from author Anne Thwaite in her biography. In her notes, we read, under the name of Sanders. The Sanders referred to was Frank Sanders, who had a printing works in the Snow Hill area of London. The firm apparently printed some of A.A. Milne's work, although all 4 children's books are printed by Gerald of Norwich.
Oh, okay.
Did you bring the book, Sora?
The slightly different alternate universe in which Winnie the Pooh's house just says Gerald above it with a flipped over J.
Yeah.
It says Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia.
That's Rivia, yeah. That's
Geralt
the
falls.
takes place in Rivia.
Geralt falls into another portal and ends up in Winnie the Pooh.
It's another crossover. Ooh, big something sold. Oh yeah, my big ticket item finally sold. Hooray!
How much?
200,000. So
Nice.
I am at almost 6.5 million.
Just imagining a Winnie the Pooh in the style of Seinfeld, where Winnie just shows somebody and says, "My name's Dunn."
Well, I guess we
I'm fascinated to learn, by the way, that A.A. Milne was, he was a poet before doing Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh is so popular that everyone fucking forgot about everything that he made before he made Winnie the Pooh, and he just became the Winnie the Pooh guy.
Yep.
Similarly,
Kind of like how Christopher Robin hates Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And similarly, people do not realize that Roald Dahl, although he is very famous for his children's books, is a horror novel writer.
Oh, that's great.
Really?
Foremost. Yes.
Well, I understand that, though, because I am also the kind of person who got into, oh my god, what's that author's name? 1 second. No, I'm the person who got into Clive Barker by way of reading Aberrat in fucking grade school.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a cool fantasy novel. What do you mean all he writes is gay horror?
My first realization that, like, Dahl, well, he does like writing children's books. He basically only did them, like, once every 8 years, and in between then, he was constantly writing horror novels.
Something very weird
That's
is
And
happening.
I came across an anthology, thinking that it was like, oh, like a bunch of little short stories collected together from him. At the age of 11, and was terrified by one where three British boys torture another kid by tying him to a railroad track and then digging just enough of a trench that they can lay him underneath the train tracks. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's a horrifying idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I come to Limbs? Oh, right, I remember.
And it was just this slow, constant build-up. Just it was really riveting.
Traumatizing, but riveting. Yeah, I get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know, like, it does make sense if you think of, like, the witches and Matilda under the guise of, like, oh yes, he did write horror.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if Clive Barker ever finished Abarak. That was supposed to be 5 books. First book, 2002. Second book, 2004. Third book, 2011. No fourth or fifth book.
Wow.
Rest in fucking peace.
Mr. Barker!
Mr. Barker, stop writing the evil penises and get back to this children's fantasy series.
Did you know Julie Andrews writes relatively foul-mouthed children's books?
That's great.
I love
Good
her.
for them.
I love her. That woman's an all-timer, you know what I mean?
She sure is.
God, I love gummy ships.
So also tomorrow,
Yeah.
if I'm reading this correctly, so tomorrow housing market back up, right?
Yeah.
If I'm reading this correctly, looking at the list of things, if nobody claims it by tomorrow, a plot opens up in the mist that is one of the 3 plots that is directly on the beachfront.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So it opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow and it goes for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. It is literally the first thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow when I wake up. I will wake up, log into Final Fantasy, and put my money down on that house. So.
Yep.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. And if it doesn't go through, I'll just kill myself. It'll be fine. Yeah. I'll just fucking kill myself. Don't worry about it. That's fine, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Thank you.
Sarah, you know me. Of course, I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
You can do whatever you want. No one can stop you.
And if you want to kill yourself because you didn't get your house, well, I guess
that's
that's
just
okay.
the American system, isn't it?
I mean, that's kind of what they expect you to do.
Yeah. If you don't get house, kill yourself. If you do, start podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. Otherwise, fuck it, we ball.
Start another podcast.
We
don't do enough.
I need to remember that sometimes your 5-year plan can in fact just be fuck it, we ball. If still insane, kill self. If normal, start podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
This is correct. Altogether.
You know, so I'm just gonna be extremely normal. Okay?
You're always normal, darling.
Come on, yes.
How dare you insult Sarah like that?
It's okay.
You're always normal, darling. Don't you worry.
Also, Sarah, I'm sorry, even though I know there's a good chance you weren't responsible for it. I'm at this point where now whenever I see someone wearing a t-shirt that is like a new t-shirt of like a 70s prog rock band, I'm like, I wonder if Sarah made that one.
I mean, you know, I also sometimes do that where I'm like, did I make that one? No, I didn't make that one.
I was watching a fucking Matt Colville video because he just does like he does like jamming tips. and he was wearing a fuck. What was it?
Oh, I never take
It was
little
it
ship.
Styx or Foreigner?
And now I
What
never
was
made
it?
anything for Foreigner, but I did make stuff for Styx.
I think he was wearing a Styx shirt in one of those. It's like I can't see enough of it to ask you to compare design. Is the problem?
Damn. Send
But
me
like he
a
was.
screenshot.
See if I can find it. Like he was
If
wearing.
it's even vague, I might know.
But he was wearing a band shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I mean,
wait,
there's
wait,
a
no, was it a
non-zero.
Styx shirt?
There's a
No, wait.
non-zero chance that if you're wearing a 70s to 80s rock band shirt, there's like I'm willing to say a 15% chance that I've designed it.
Actually, I was wrong. It was not Styx. He does, however, wear a surprisingly diverse collection of Rush shirts.
That's also
no,
good.
we didn't have the rights to Rush, so no.
Damn. Okay.
So no, it is not me.
I think he wears a Metallica one once. Otherwise, it's all Rush. Just all Rush all the time.
Good pick.
Never had Metallica either. It was Periscope is the licensing company.
Mhm.
And so anything that falls under like the people who manage those rights, it would be them. And then there's one other company. I can't remember what though. But yeah, no, I actually discovered
Guess we were a little
that my old company has an Amazon storefront now, so I can actually find old designs of significantly easier, which is nice.
But yeah, that's just my particular brainworms now. It's just every time I see a fucking shirt from a band from the 70s, I'm like, oh, I wonder if Sarah made that.
That's fair. It was funny. I went to Day of the Dead last night, and I shirt, and like old heads always stop me, and they're like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I'm always like, "Yeah, I made it. This is my work, baby."
And you're supposed to be?
I'm Sora.
Oh,
It's so cool that we
You do this.
I do this.
I do this.
So cool that
How your 1972 Rush concert go, the Smiths? Pretty good, it doesn't seem.
Looks like we
I
have
actually really need to redo my portfolio website this weekend.
I can't believe, by the way, someone I had this pointed out to me. Like Hercules is a Superman movie, right? Like we all know that.
It's literally ripping it off.
It took me forever to realize that Meg is supposed to be a screwball
Lane?
comedy love interest,
Mm-hmm.
like an ace reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's like that's just what she's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
thanks for
like
the
whole
follow, Zoop
voice
Bloop.
she's doing.
Like, but I didn't realize that's what the character was inspired by. Like, I didn't realize that, like obviously, she's Lois Lane because she's a love interest, but like, the fact that it's also because she's imitating screwball comedy 40s heroine, like film heroine.
She's also supposed to be, because it's super obvious in hindsight, that it's also a Rocky parody. She's supposed to be Adriana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Adrian. Like it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like how blatant it is.
Like once you see it, it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
God, Hercules is still such a good movie.
Even like her design is supposed to evoke Adrian, because like she has like the same like baggy, kind of glowering, pouty eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And like arched brow, Yeah.
That's another thing I've made a lot of t-shirts for.
Oh, Rocky?
Yeah.
That's
Just on
cool.
Rocky t-shirts are out there that I made. I made two
I almost-
for that fairly like whatever the opposite of litigious is.
Yeah.
For Rocky.
I didn't hear the first part of that sentence.
Aren't they like? For some reason I remember the rights holders for Rockies being fairly agreeable for the most part.
They're actually pretty cool, because like, well, I mean, in terms of like approvals, they were really cool. Who else were really cool? A lot of the bands were really cool. That doesn't surprise me. Things that are surprising in terms of like complete assholes to work with: the rights holders for Blues Brothers, the rights holders for Bruce Lee, which is managed by his actual daughter Shannon Lee. Hey,
That one makes
Shannon,
a lot of
you're
sense
an
to me, though.
asshole. who else? The rights holders for Evil Knievel also manage
Really?
children. Kelly Knievel is the guy who manages his father's likeness rights, and he is an asshole.
Absolute dickhag.
A massive
That-
prick because Kelly went into so Evil has two sons, Jesse and Kelly.
By the
That's their
way,
name.
but just real quick, the fact that you said it without his last name, illustrates that dude's name is Evil.
Yeah, that was. I don't think it's his actual name.
I know the American government is pretty liberal with baby names. I don't think they'll let you name your baby Evil.
Well, it's spelled Evel.
His name is Robert Craig.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay then.
So Evil is just him doing his last name a second time.
But no, his he has two sons. One is also a stuntman, like his father.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then Kelly is the nerd, the paper pusher, the fucking asshole who manages his father's estate. And he sucks. I hate him. Kelly, if you're somehow listening to this, fuck off. Eat shit, asshole. Fall off your horse.
He's just fuming at his like $2 million condominium. Like, no, this Kingdom Hearts dream is ruined.
Well, I was going to subscribe, but now I won't.
No, who else sucked ass?
It's ban him.
It's like the fucking Achewood comic where they make fun of Johnny Cash, and then it cuts to Johnny Cash reading the comic.
Yeah. X-Files guys were cool. Who else was cool? CBGB guys were cool. It was very interesting. Capcom, surprisingly, extremely fucking annoying to work with.
I think the funniest thing Sarah has ever told me, I'm gonna pause it because this is one of my favorite stories ever. When Sarah was like complaining about work to me, and she's because it was the Capcom license, and she's like, yeah, they're getting mad at me because they really want to put the Mega Man's bird partner in the t-shirt. Like, she's like, no one knows who Mega Man's bird partner is. Ben, what is the name of Mega Man's bird partner? And I go, Beat.
Without even hesitating. Without a second of hesitation, Ben looks at me and goes, Beat. I'm like, fuck you.
And I remember saying, you shouldn't have asked me if you weren't sure I didn't know the answer.
Capcom sucked ass to work with, though. They're really shitty and finicky, so, you know.
I think that's the best way to sum up Ben and Sarah's friendship, frankly. That story is just explained.
No one knows who Mega Man's fucking bird is. Ben, who is Mega Man's bird? Ben's just like, Beat. Whatever, asshole. Fall off your horse.
His cat's name is Tango.
Now, what you don't know is the excruciating half-second of brain math that Ben went through there. It's like, well, it's a Mega Man sidekick, so it's a 4-letter word that's named after a music term. Let's roll those dice.
Oh, no!
Bones, baby.
I knew that. Because I played classic Mega Man a lot.
And I'm trying to give you an out.
No! His dog is named Rush, his cat is named Tango. Bass's dog is named Treble.
I have to go.
No, don't leave.
Again, it perfectly sums up the friendship because I knew as soon as that story started exactly how that was going to end. Beat for fucking Beat.
Hey!
Beat! I get it!
We got the beat. We got the beat. Yeah! We got it!
How
much the estate of Knievel sucks ass and like all the other horrible things you said were fine, but singing "We Got the Beat" poorly was what did it.
What else? The little red flip top guy is named Eddie. The giant green robot is named Otto. And I think that's it. I think that's all of the most miscellaneous robots that Dr. Light built to bum around his house.
Unfortunately, this makes me think that the Netflix version of Dr. Light would just be like really into prog rock.
Yeah.
No. he would be.
Oh no, for sure.
It just recreates that scene with him and Mega Man, but it's just directly the scene from Venture Brothers. Like,
yeah,
this is the Court of the Crimson King.
Yeah.
What's this? Mega Man, Dr. Light, what's this one with the weird guy screaming on the cover? Dr. Light, oh no, you're not ready for that one.
Also, so, Dark Road came out, the mobile game, and whatnot. Introduces some very interesting lore about the underworld. Because there's a bit, because like the idea is that you have to find, the Xehanort and his classmates are trying to find the missing upperclassmen.
Okay.
And they're like, well, we're traveling around the world, so we end up in the underworld for one of them. And they're like, we're trying to find our friends who disappeared. And Hades is like, oh, yeah, disappeared. You mortals love to sugarcoat it. They're dead.
Oh.
It's like, oh yeah.
They're just fucking dead.
Also,
no, he disappeared to the underworld. Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
The thing is, we have a term of art for when someone disappears to the underworld. It's totally fucking died.
He keeps showing up when they're in Olympus Coliseum to be like, yeah, your friends are dead. They're here because they died.
Hey, did you find your dead friends yet?
Also, best joke. I'm the Lord of the Dead. No wonder no one wants to die.
Wants to die, yeah.
Fucking love
the game. Best joke in the game.
I fucking love it.
Orin of all things.
I love that Orin is your party member for the underworld.
He's so cool.
It's so cool. I love that Hades recruiting a Final Fantasy character is just his gimmick.
Yeah.
Because he does it in 1 with Cloud, he does it in 2 with Orin, he does it in Birth by Sleep with Zack.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Zack is the Birth by Sleep, or is
This is the Final Fantasy one.
Well,
Zack,
I forgot he's attached to Hades in that.
Oh, yeah. I was to say, here's the thing. They're gonna do Kingdom Hearts 4. You're gonna have a bit where you go see Hades again, but then it is going to include FF14 Hades also.
That would be.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Extremely funny.
Holy shit! No! Guys!
Just imagine Emmett Selk and Hades having like a fucking catty slap fight about who gets dominion over the souls of the damned.
No, that would be great. But what also would be great is if it's Xenos because he's dead.
Oh no!
Now you're really gonna play. That's been fun, y'all.
There
you go.
They also for real though. Dark Road did confirm that this one, yeah. That Hades is the Lord of the Underworld for every single world. Like they all end up in the underworld, no matter what.
That's funny.
Just going into the fucking Greek goofy underworld and just see like fucking Aerith hanging out like, hey.
Oh, at least Kingdom Hearts.
Did you deserve to go to hell? Oh yeah, you have no idea shit I got into off screen, buddy
boy. You have no clue, man.
We all go to the same afterlife.
Look, I'm just hanging out here in fucking Asphodelos. I'm lucky that Sephiroth got me when he did. Otherwise, he would have sent me straight to Tartarus.
Also, on a much lighter note, it was eventually confirmed that Sandy Claus in Halloween Town is the Santa Claus for every world out there as well.
That's cute.
That means that every Halloween gets haunted in every world by Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
Cute!
Yeah. It's a busy day for him.
Wow.
Once again, the Fae folk are incredibly powerful, and that includes Santa Claus.
That's right.
God, Orin is so fucking cool!
By the way, Oaks, I have, now that I don't have any more Darium quests to do, I have to use my dwarf quest to level my carpenter, which means I actually get to hang out with these little freaks more. And I love them. They're the best. They're the best. They're so fucking funny.
I love their Radiant quests. They're all so good.
They're so fucking funny.
Did you do the? Have you gotten to the point where you can do the Gremlin ones yet?
Where you just run them off with like, where you just scare them off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh shit. I love every single story chapter I've unlocked so far too, where they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna run this tank off of fucking pure ethanol that we all drink.
So they're Warhammer orcs.
Well,
Does red make it faster?
Well, here's the thing. It makes perfect sense because the dwarves run off ethanol. So obviously, all things run off ethanol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This machine runs off ethanol. This human baby runs off ethanol. Oh god.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh fuck.
We're doomed.
We're doomed.
I love that. I think like the second or third tribe quest thing you have to do is then going like, so the problem that we're running into is that this ethanol isn't pure enough.
That's the issue.
Not for the engine. I just mean we need to get drunk harder. So they set up a refinery and a distillery.
They're just so fucking funny.
These tanks are cool and all, but I'm wondering, like, could we possibly exceed 100% ABV? Could we condense the alcohol to a narrower volume and thus have super alcohol that's more alcohol per alcohol?
Double alcohol, if you will.
I'm just saying, it takes me like a good 45 minutes of straight drinking this 200 proof shit to get me fucked up. I'd like if I could make it go a little speedier so I can get my day going.
We need a forever
Can he start the day unless I've had, several dozen drinks? It's not very efficient.
There's a
just like Eureka! I've had an idea. We simply go to bed and then we set up an IV to make us drink while we're sleeping, and then we wake up halfway there.
And they're all like, "You're a genius."
It's so good.
Dwarven productivity and civil disorder both double overnight.
Dwarves are so
I'm just picturing a thing of orange juice concentrate, but it's pure alcohol.
Yeah.
Like a little frozen tube that you're supposed to mix with water.
Well, the science behind it clearly is you get your 100% pure alcohol, and then you just pressurize it until you have to apply pressure until it becomes solid. Until it becomes a non-Newtonian fluid.
They have a glass of Everclear and they add vodka to it.
Yeah. I think the problem is if you drink any amount of non-Newtonian super alcohol, the instant it passes your lips, it just instantly kills you.
Well, the tipsy bartender, they look at that as a starter.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to break you in is a shot of non-Newtonian super alcohol. It'll really get your gears moving. The wall just drinks one and then instantly falls back on the floor. I always get poisoned when I drink in public.
Remember the news article about the bear that ate 10 pounds of cocaine and became the apex predator of the world?
I think about that one news article about the raccoon scare in the Midwest where everyone thought the local raccoon population had rabies, and it turns out no, there's a crabapple orchard and all the apples had gone bad and the raccoons were eating the fermented apples off the ground and getting super drunk.
Fucked up, yeah. That's so good.
My favorite part is that happens every fall in at least one part of the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just think that if I could be a drunk raccoon for just one autumn, it would solve all my mental illnesses.
I agree. It's
if I could just eat a kind of nasty apple and get the most fucked up I've ever been in my entire life.
Do any of you remember watching the Overdrawn at the Memory Bank episode of Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
The scene where they doppel into a bunch of monkeys,
Yeah,
And the whole thing is that people are just paying money to eat fermented fruit as a monkey and get drunk.
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
I love that the reaction command for defeating Cerberus is called dog paddle.
That's cute. That's cute. I guess I'm done for 14 for the night.
Oh, my face is hurting.
I guess I'm done with for 14. But oh wait, no. I have to go do my Omicron quests.
Yeah, let's go do that.
I need to go do that because I'm about to go to the next rank.
I'm super behind on my Omicron, but it's fine. I have not been doing it every day like everybody else, and I feel very bad about it because I love these little freaks.
That's okay. You're not supposed to.
You getting your nomad soul on?
You shouldn't feel bad for those little freaks. You have no idea how many war crimes they've committed.
You know, that is also
Listen,
true.
but I am a resident war crime war crime committer liker. So you know.
That's fair.
What can I do?
True.
Well, I can't.
My favorite character is Xenosia Galvus. What am I supposed to do?
I can't dispute you there.
Exactly, and you shouldn't try, or I'll kill you.
Oh, okay. Is that a promise?
Yay.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yay!
Sarah just had to talk to the lady.
Sarah always knows what to say. Oh my god, you're gonna kill me.
Oh my god, like how?
Like, how would you kill me?
Would it be fast or would it be slow?
It'd be extremely slow and painful. Oh my god!
You're so funny!
Oh my god, with a rock? Oh my god.
That's so cute.
On the top of my head? Oh, that sounds so much fun.
Sarah,
oh my god, you're gonna lock me in your garage with a running car? Wow.
I'm just picturing fucking like Claire and Apri singing a big ass rock from the Full Monty.
I promise you, Sarah, we are stupid.
We are stupid.
But we will not die hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Video games forever. I was born stupid, but I will not die hungry.
She called me Bubbas.
Sarah stabs me in the eye.
That won't get you.
I'm okay.
Are you?
No.
Oh, Sarah.
Me likey the honey herb Ricola.
You like the fast graphics.
Good night, everyone.
I literally say that one to myself constantly. Like, I'll just be playing video games and I'll just go, you like the fast graphics.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see y'all later.
Waste.